Well, that was the thing I was supposed to be sharing, which I shared too late. Anyway, whatever. It's going as usual here on a Friday night, just chaos to start out. On the plus side, I did actually mute YouTube, so you guys don't have the echo going on to start. So there's that. Anyway, how we doing, folks? It is Revenge of the 5th, the 5th of May, otherwise known as Cinco de Mayo. I suppose that also is happening, but not as important as Revenge of the 5th. This is one of only 2 Star Wars holidays. So, yeah, if you know anything about Star Wars, then feel free to talk about it in chat. Pop on stream and talk Star Wars with me. For those of you that don't know, I am a giant nerd. And I've actually cosplayed in the past Star Wars characters. Darth Revan and Darth Vader both. So I'd bring up pictures, but it's kind of complicated. And yeah, Google photos and stuff. I don't feel like searching. But, so we will talk about Star Wars as well as lots of whiskey because, yeah, it's a whiskey channel, so we should probably do that. I am going to start with one I got when I was down in Tennessee. I don't know if I have talked about this on a live yet, but this is Chattanooga whiskey, their cast strength. This is their high malt bourbon. And gotta say, it's pretty dang good. I like it quite a lot. I don't see it in the Kentucky area, though. So I was happy to grab that when I was down in Tennessee. So cheers, everybody. Welcome to another Friday night here on Whiskey Wars. And let's officially cheers here with the first sip of the stream. That is good. Also, a couple things to get to before we get to drinking and forget. If you were not there, Bourbon School just hit 500 subs. So congrats to them. If you are not subbed to them, then mods, if you could please drop the link to Bourbon School. And also drop the link to this great young lady right here, Stacy, the queen of Irish whiskey, as I always call her. And show her some love as well. Give all these channels some love. As we were just talking about over on Bourbon School, this is a great community. And they're all great people. So go support them. If you're not subbed to these great channels, then, a subscribe doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us tremendously. So, yeah, go hit those subs, people. Appreciate you. And let's see what we got in chat. Gregors, another great channel there, The Bourbon Note. Show those guys some love as well. If you are not already subbed, go give them a sub. There's myself saying, if you want to join, there is the link. Feel free to hop on and chat. I'm starting a little early tonight, but that's because we got Mash Metal coming up next. So, and speaking of the Bourbon Note, here is the other half. Ben, how we doing, man?
The lesser half of the Bourbon Note. Greg is my better half. I mean, okay. I just gotta admit it,
I'd have to flip a quarter to the side. I think you're both pretty great guys. So,
so I don't have too much time because I'm gonna go hang out in a little bit here. But I just wanted to hop on and just say hi. You're talking about Star Wars tonight. So, what's the level of your nerding out on Star Wars? Like, are you into like all the books and? I'm
not into books, movies, and like all the Disney Plus stuff. And then some of the animated series that was out before Disney Plus. So I've watched quite a bit of the Clone Wars. I've watched quite a bit of the Bad Batch. I guess, as fans go, because Star Wars fans can get really, really deep into it. So I guess I'm probably what most people would just call kind of a medium-ish fan. Because I haven't read any of the books, probably never will. But I have, as I said earlier, I have cosplayed as 2 different characters. So
I have to know which characters they were at this point.
Vader, Darth Vader, and Darth Revan. I'm always a Sith Lord.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were into like wrestling, you'd be a heel.
I don't even know what that means, but sure.
Which means a bad guy in like pro wrestling means a bad guy.
Yeah, I'm always the bad guy. Yes.
Yeah, you lean towards the dark side.
Oh, absolutely,
look
man.
who's here.
Bad
Hey,
act.
long time no see, guys.
For sure, man. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
You know what? This may just be me, but I feel like Bobby's mustache has actually grown since last time we saw him, which is like 7 minutes
5
ago.
seconds ago.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's
like
almost touching the ears.
On the internet, the mustache grows a little bit. It's like the source of all of his powers.
It's like Samson. It was talking about Samson.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna try to tie it in a bow underneath here. I don't want to get it long enough to tie it, like a little chin strap out of it.
I'm sure the wife will love that.
Oh yeah,
you could actually have a mustache and then just turn it into a goatee.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You're right, because I can't have a goatee at work. I don't know if you guys saw that I dropped into Bourbon School's chat. Hangin was asking me, man, is that in regs? I said, well, yes. You know why? Because all it says is got to be neatly groomed, and I can go a 1/4 inch below the corner of my mouth. Well, it didn't say anything about sideways.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna go to this wall. That's what I'm gonna do. Back
so
of me.
Bobby, I'm assuming
Eventually
that
you can
means
just hook it over your ears here, just like glasses.
Yeah.
Is that a reference to how potentially like a safety like a mask could fit your face? Is that why like the beard thing is?
Yeah, it's a seal on our mask. You know, it goes about like right here. You're not supposed to have facial hair. I mean that will interrupt with it. But I mean the masks are so much better. It's pretty antiquated actually, because with the mask and all that stuff, they're so wide and get such good seals now. The material's different. You could have facial hair and still pass these tests, but you know it is easier without it. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, you got to play on the rules though, a little bit, right? You got to stay within the rules, and you know, I'm not really that guy, but you know, right now I'm at the end of my career, you know, so I gotta push it a little bit.
Well, hey man, I tell you what,
man.
The term "thank you for your service" is usually reserved for veterans, which I know you are a veteran, so thank you for your service on that level. But you know, firefighters, police officers, that stuff just doesn't get recognized as much, and I feel like it should be. So, you know, as a firefighter, thank you for your service. I'm sure the people in your local community, the people that are, you know, in planes, whatever kind of like aviation firefighting you do, would thank you for your service. I mean, that's got to be an interesting job. Like we did a live stream the other night, and we had invited you to come by, and you showed up like a little bit later in the stream. And I was kind of thinking, I was like, Bobby's at work. I certainly hope he's not busy, you know, because you know, you being super busy would mean that there's probably something bad going on. So
yeah, it's just a catch-22 where you want to be busy, but you don't want to get hurt. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it's a testosterone filled environment. You know, you get in there, adrenaline's pumping and all that, but you know, you don't want it to go too bad. You just want to get there and have some fun, I guess. I don't know if that sounds crazy or not, but that's, you know.
Well, and just to kind of add to Ben's thing, I mean, you know, I feel like police officers and firemen get overlooked too often because, you know, I've known a lot of guys that have joined the military, especially Navy guys, that never really did anything. Like, they didn't. I mean, they signed up, but they didn't really serve the country. I mean, you know, they like sat behind a desk. Yeah, they're willing to. Yeah, but so what I guess what I'm saying is that you guys are putting your life on the line a lot more often. You know, like I mean, it can be a very dangerous job. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate the service. Like, yeah,
I appreciate that. And Ben, is your wife a nurse?
Yeah, cheers to Bobby and all those that have served and are serving, and and firemen, policemen. Yeah, cheers all you guys. Yeah, keeping this damn thing going, man.
Right. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers.
And you guys know Sean. I think you were on. Parker, my son, actually is joined the Air Force.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
oh wow.
Going into the fire, just like I went to the Air Force Fire Academy. So there's that job available. So he's got to get through MEPS and all that stuff. He scored high enough on his test. So
cool.
It's tracking anyway. It's tracking.
Let me burn through a little bit of chat here and just say hi to some folks. William Hall, cheers. Of course, Bobby popping in. Now he's on screen, even better. John Krantz, cheers, man. Making some tacos. Sounds good. The Shred is in the house. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
What's up, nerds? Yes. We're going to talk a little nerdy Star Wars stuff here in a minute. Stacy, another mentioned earlier, another great channel you guys need to support, as well as the man below me and to my, let's see here, left. That
always jacks me up, dude. I'm like,
I would have gotten that wrong. Oh, I got it right. There you go.
You see here, Shred saying Casey 9-year is the only bourbon I enjoy more than ice. Oh, more on ice. Okay, I see. Yeah, those things can drink a little hot. Cheers, William, and yes, cheers to all you great people. Anybody else here I missed? You guys, there you go. There is the Bourbon Note link. Here is the link to the Bourbon School. Anybody throw out Stacy's link? 4-Leaf Whiskey. If someone could, please, that would be appreciated. Yes. There you go, Jacob. Cheers, man. Cheers. Looks you went a little bit early. Yeah, I did. I probably will. I hope this time works for you guys, because I'm gonna any day that I can make 8:30 work, because I do Mash Metal afterwards. That ends up being a long night either way. Yeah. But so half hour makes a little bit of difference. So that way I get it. Go ahead,
so
Ben.
I've said this before, speaking of Mash and Metal, and obviously tonight you've got a different thing going on, the Star Wars thing, but we really need to do a deep dive on Metallica. Like, I'm a metal fan, but I'm not a metal fan on the same level as you as far as like the old school stuff. But we could do a deep dive on Metallica, and I would love to just have somebody to talk like old school Metallica with.
Yeah, it might be fun. You know Marty from Whiskey Nose?
No, I don't.
Okay, so Marty also a huge Metallica fan, and me and him were chatting on 21090's after party stream, and he wants to hop on and review 72 Seasons with me, which I think will be fun. I just got to find the time and him have the time to do it. But yeah, I mean there's several of us Metallica fans out there, so I'd love to do that, man. Have you on and just talk some Metallica.
I have opinions on that album so far.
I do as well. I definitely have opinions.
They're not all bad.
Yeah, I would say the same. There's some good and some bad. Adam, what's up, brother? Cheers, Mr. Whiskey Shits. Of course, the better half of Live Wire Whiskey, dare I say. No, love you too, Mike. Yeah, another great channel there to go support if you are not already. Go support Live Wire Whiskey. Running into a burning building or plane usually is not high on lists. Sure.
Yeah, it's not high on anybody's list, but thank God we have people like Bobby that do it.
It's such a rush.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, man. I don't like heat. I don't like heat, or else I would love being a fireman, because I'm all about like tearing stuff up with axes and saving people. Like that part sounds awesome. Just the heat part really sucks.
Yeah, the burning part, that sucks.
Yeah, being on fire is not the best.
Yeah, we try to avoid that part.
Yeah. Sean, are we going to? No, I actually got rid of the Vader costume years ago. I have most of the Revan costume still, but I don't have the mask. I sold that. I still have the sabers. I guess I could break those out at some point. I have to like find batteries and all that stuff, but they're pretty official. They're pretty official lightsabers. Yeah. Let's see here. Running into okay, I read that. Bobby, cheers to you and all who have served. Yes, absolutely. All those have served. Good times. There it is. Bourbon School. Brian and Lauren there. Go give them all the subs. And another great channel right there. Some of my favorite ladies on Whiskey Tube, the Fancies.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Actually going to be drinking. My next bottle will be a bottle that I got from these ladies. My Russell's pick. It's a Camp Nelson pick that I am loving. So thank you, Fancies, for that. Came all the way from California.
Russell's pick.
What's that?
It's pretty tough to beat a Russell's pick. Even just a regular single barrel, let alone a store pick. I mean, that's pretty tough to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually let me go ahead and grab it. The new label, which I guess I like, all right. It's got some gold leaf on there. Kind of cool. Yeah, but it's a Camp Nelson pick. Let's see, it's 9 years, a little over 9 years, like a month over 9 years. Yeah. Total Wine and more. I got a little more of the Chattanooga in my glass, though, so I'll wait on that to pour it.
So, Sean, since you have Total Wines in your area, we have a Total Wine store pick in our area that's a Rebel cast strength.
Okay.
Have either one of you guys had that?
Yes. Actually, there's one right behind me there. Yeah.
I don't know if it was just that particular barrel, but the one that Greg and I had was amazing. It's
okay.
like 4.5 year, 100 and some change proof, but it was an amazing bottle.
Which cast strength?
Rebel cast strength.
Oh,
it's like Rebel 100.
Oh, yes, I have two of those actually.
Yeah, the one that Sean's got right there on the screen.
That's really good. I have that, and I got a backup of it. I like it so much. It's really good.
Yeah. As far as I know, Lux Row has switched over to their own distillate on these, I believe. And it's good. Of course, I guess I am a huge Heaven Hill fan. So when they were sourcing from Heaven Hill, I liked all their stuff much better.
Right. Probably right.
But that said, the new stuff is good. It's still both of them are solid bottles. The Ezra Brooks cast strength and their Rebel cast strength. But yeah, man, some of those old Ezra Brooks cast strength picks you can get at Total Wine, and like some of them were up there with like the really good ECBPs. They were just really great bottles, but they're still good, But Baller, what's up, man? And also Woods there saying he's about to check out a Penelope toasted barrel proof store pick. Smells pretty good. All right, let us know, man. Gandy Road joining from Bourbon School. Cheers, sipping on some Bardstown Bourbon Company Origins bourbon. Very nice, man. Yeah, that's a good bottle. I am digging it. I think the Bardstown's done a nice job with the Origin series. I wasn't sure what to expect, that being their own distillate, but yeah, good stuff. And there is 4 Leaf Whiskey's.
Gotta go. Sorry.
I'm playing a recorder. Is that what's happening?
That's Tones here. I gotta go.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, have a nice night. Hopefully I'll get back on.
Yeah, cheers, brother. Be safe out there, man.
All right, man. See you guys.
I hope Bobby's not getting called to something dangerous right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, prayers, buddy.
So my wife is in the room right now, and again, okay. I just have a few minutes to hang out here before I cut out. And she looks over. She goes, "Did he just say orgy series?"
Heck, that's yes, I did. Now that you could charge a lot more money for that if you like.
Yeah, I think you probably could.
Again, there's 4 Leaf Whiskey's link. So yes, go check her out if you're not already. Also, check out the Fancies if someone could drop their link. And again, the Bourbon School. Let's help them get that next 500. All these channels. Let's get them all monetized tonight. How about that?
So, Sean, before I hop off here, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not a question, but just a topic of conversation. So, Bobby sent us the Corbin Cash Master Distiller's Pick 8-year cast strength rye.
Okay.
Is that the same? So I know you have some Corbin Cash bottles, and we did that against we procured a bottle of Corbin Cash.
Cheers, John.
Cheers, Sean. Single barrel. It was a different pick. It was a different single barrel. The Master Distiller's Pick was 135 proof and some change maybe. And the bottle that we actually have is 129 or 6 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of widely known amongst at least this kind of ecosystem of Whiskey Tube that's one of the best ryes available. And I would agree with that with the single barrel, but I found the Master Distiller's Pick to be a little bit off. Is that the one that you're into, or are you just into like the general single barrel?
So me and Bobby actually have the same exact barrel.
Okay.
Yeah, so because I actually emailed David, and he, I guess, sent both of us the same barrel. So,
okay.
I will say, so I gave it to Ben, Bourbon, Whiskey Uncensored. He didn't love it either. So I would say it's maybe a divisive bottle. That particular one.
So it's not your style.
I really like it, but I'm into weird stuff. I mean, clearly I got all this Texas stuff sitting around me. Uh, so I like bottles that are kind of off profile. Like I don't want, like if I get a rye, I don't want your run of the mill rye. I want something that's totally weird and different. And it is that. It's also just like a flavor punch. Like it just punches you in the face, which is also what I want a whiskey to do. But I can see how some of the notes would not be for everybody. Yeah.
So we drank that one for the first time in a live stream. And then now tonight, and spoiler alert, this is coming out within the next couple of weeks. We did the review of the regular, Corbin Cash barrel proof single barrel. And I think so. The master distiller's pick was 8 years, 135 proof. The one that we did was 6 years, 120. I don't know, and some change. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. I
like that one a lot more. It had
okay.
a little bit more of like a standard profile with a little something extra, but that master distiller's pick, like, it was interesting and weird enough that I get, like, if you're into it, you're going to be really into it because it was so off profile from any other rye I've ever had before.
Yes.
I
would say to those that want to get into
about that?
No, yeah, I think you're spot on. I would say that, so I haven't had the 6 year. I've had the standard release, which is the 1917, and I've had the 8 year. I would say for those that want to get into Corbin Cash, probably get a 1917 first, which is a phenomenal bottle. I mean, it was in my whiskeys of the year last year.
So what is the 1917? Is that a cast strength one, or is that a single barrel?
It's a cast strength. I believe it's a cast strength in the same way that Still Austin is cast strength, because it's always the same proof point. Just like Still Austin, it's always the same proof point, 116. I think David's proof point is like 124 or something like that. Excuse me, on his Corbin Cash 4 year, which is the 1917. But I mean, it's very close to what cast strength would be.
Okay.
So, but I would say there's less maybe weird notes in that, and just tons of dark brown sugars and rich caramels and all the rye spice you would ever want. And so for anyone in chat watching that has thought about buying Corbin Cash, I probably wouldn't start with the 8 year, because you're going to get some notes that may not be for you, especially if you're newer to rye. It's probably not going to be your thing.
I found like it didn't even smell or taste much like a rye at all. Like it kind of had like that. What we said in the live stream, and spoiler alert, in this review we did, like in the review we did, we compared the bottle that we had to the master distiller's pick, the 8 year, and like the master distiller's pick just kind of had like there was kind of a chemical note to it.
Okay.
There was kind of a harshness to it.
Well, I mean, so in full transparency, Ben said it had a vomit note to it.
I said this not in the review and not on the live stream, but I will say it on your live stream. And this is probably the worst kind of note you could describe, but it kind of had a fertilizer sort of note, in the sense that it had that strong kind of chemical note to it. Now, I'm not saying it smelled or tasted like manure, but it kind of had something different that I don't know. There was just something on top of it that just didn't quite jive.
See, the sour notes that Ben described, like the acidity that he described as vomit, I guess. I find it to be more like the acidity you would get in like a pineapple, and that's the way I described it in my review. And so, and there's also like these kind of smoked, charred, fruit notes. So like if you've ever, like I pretty often, do ham in the smoker, and I put the pineapple on the ham. And so your pineapple gets smoked with the ham. And so that kind of smoked caramelized pineapple note I'm pretty familiar with. And like it reminds me of that. So that's where my brain goes. But, yeah.
That's interesting that you say that, because Greg and I just reviewed, if you watched I think it was our last video that we released, is the Peerless Single Barrel. Kind of had that same thing as like the apple wood chips kind of sort of note. I don't know. It was kind of weird. Like it was an off profile one.
Gotcha.
Kind of how the Corbin Cash was a little bit off profile.
Here, well, Ben, let me fully acknowledge John. He's been sitting very patiently.
All good.
John, what are you drinking, man? What do you got in the glass or bottle or whatever?
Hey, John, what's up?
How you doing? I just poured some Heaven Hill Green Label 6-year here.
Oh,
I'm working on the beer that I'm washing down dinner right now. So
okay, yeah. It looks like it is a beer night. It looks like Ben's got a Bud Light going on there, and you got the Miller Light
going on here. I also do have a Broken Barrel here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, you guys were sipping on that earlier.
Yeah, first drink of the night, so plenty of time.
Yeah. 21090. Cheers, Todd. How
Hey,
are
Todd.
you? What's up, man? Who else we got popping in here? Jacob still hating Weeders. Good to know. Lauren, what's up? Cheers to you, Lauren. I just tasted the Infinity bottle. She says it was fantastic. All those people that turned it down. Now you will regret it. I have to pick Andy up at the airport in live 3 hours. So the same. Okay. That was not for me. Let's see. How was the Infinity? They liked it. Bobby. Okay. That's how far behind I am. Hey, Steven, what's up, man? How's it going there in your training? Cheers, brother. Good to see you.
I got to tell you, along with all you guys, Steven is one of my favorite channels. I watch every single video he puts out. He's really, really leaning into like the list videos. You know, like here's the whiskeys I'll never buy again. Here's the whiskeys that, you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I love those. Yeah, he's doing a great job. So cheers, Steven.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Steven's doing great. He's still got the passion for it. I got to say, I did really enjoy my first live review. So that's kind of got me motivated again because I was about done. That was
awesome. By the way, so when you did that live review, you did that like a half hour before we went live on Wednesday night. And so we were, you know, Greg and I were getting set up, but we had you on the screen to the left of us listening to your live review. I think that's a great way of going about doing reviews, honestly.
I mean, it saves me a ton of time. That's the biggest thing because time has been quite a commodity here recently. I just don't have as much as I used to. And so being able to just make a thumbnail and throw up the link and then just do the thing and I'm done with it is great. Because
no editing, you've got audience participation. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like it's much more fun for me because like I can, you know, talk with you guys and like share what your guys' thoughts are while, you know, at the same time. So yeah, it's so much better to me. There she is, the queen of Irish whiskey there.
Cheers.
All kinds of people popping in here. And Mark Mace. Cheers, hey, brother. Good to see you.
How you doing?
Hey, Stacey. Good to see you, Stacey.
Hey, Mark.
I'm doing
so, tell you what, I'm going to hop off here and create a little more space on the screen for you guys. Sean, thank you for having us on. Go check out Bourbon School. We all just came from Bourbon Schools.
Absolutely.
500 live stream. So, Sean, I want to send you a sample. I've got a rye that it's a craft rye. It's 100% rye mash bill, finished in port casks.
And interesting.
It's not Grand Traverse, but it's Traverse. No, it's not Traverse City. It's from Grand Traverse.
Okay.
So there's two distilleries in Michigan that are kind of like share the same name. But I want to send you a sample of that because I'm, you know, now that we've talked about like the Corbin Cash rye, I'm very, very interested in your opinion of that. So I will send you a sample of that and maybe some other stuff.
Yeah, thanks to just passed away a few months ago.
What's that?
Man.
From Grand Traverse, the head distiller. He passed away from cancer a few months ago, and Junkies did a stream for his kids a few weeks ago.
Man, that's a bummer.
Guy was
I remember when they did that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, so I got to try a port finished rye from Traverse City, thanks to 21090 boys, and that was great. So if it's anything like that, yeah, can't wait.
You know, I really think it's a super interesting whiskey. On the color, it looks like motor oil. It's one of those like super deep, obviously finished whiskeys. But yeah, it's 100% rye mash bill finished in port casks.
Cool, man.
I feel like for a craft distillery, it's really good. But anyway, I'm going to hop off here, fellas. So, Sean, thank you for having me.
I don't know if Greg's still here. If he's not, can you remind him to hit me up on Patreon? I owe him 6 samples, but he's never got with me as to what he wants.
Oh, and by the way, Sean, we still owe one of your Patreon subscribers samples from when you won on Whiskey Trivia Night in America. So I've been meaning, I keep forgetting to ask you about that. So you got to send me somebody's name and address so we can send them some samples of the rare breed uncut, unfiltered.
What? I feel like Sugar Kitty was there. Sugar Kitty's a Patreon. Give it to him.
Let's send it to Sugar Kitty. He's the man in all of our live streams. So.
Yes. So.
And I'm looking out of my garage right now. I can't see Greg, but he's probably out there on his porch. So what do you want me to tell him?
You guys can choose together. Oh, so Greg is here. Okay.
Yeah, Greg's in chat. Yeah,
okay, Greg is here. Okay. Yeah, you guys have 6 samples coming from me. So yeah, he won a month back the Patreon giveaway. So yeah, 6 samples. Greg is here.
All right, sounds good. Well, hey, you guys have a great night. Thank you for the support on our channel. Looking forward to seeing more content on your channels.
Go give all these people the subs. Do it, folks.
Do it.
All right. Cheers, everybody. See you later.
See you.
Nice, man. Cheers, brother.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Mark, Stacy, what are we drinking?
Stacy, you go first. You're much more exciting than I am.
I'm finishing up Irishman 17.
Let me solo here. Half a second. Oh yeah, let me take this comment down. That's okay. Not familiar at all, which doesn't surprise me. But if you didn't pull out something wild that I've never had before, I would be disappointed. So
it's sherry, 17 years old, and 56% ABV.
Alrighty.
Wow.
Sounds good to me.
Slumming it with my first pour.
There we go. Yeah. Oh, always a good one there.
Yeah.
That's basically Blanton's in a different bottle, probably blended better.
Yeah. Yeah. The note on that bottle is Whiskey Food Dude was a kind gentleman and went and got that bottle for me because I can't find it in Indiana. Then he was kind enough to send it to me, and he said, listen, I just want you to have this bottle. I know you've been looking for it. And his kindness and generosity is beyond belief. So thank you. Thank you, Paul.
Paul is a great dude. Love that guy. Actually, me and the family were down in Gatlinburg, and I chatted up Paul, and because he's familiar with the area much more than I am, and sent me to some pretty cool places. Sent me to an awesome steakhouse he was familiar with, and yeah, we had a great time. Paul, if you're out there, love you, man.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Let's see. I already highlighted that. I keep losing my spot. Okay, here we go. Let's throw this to the panel. Any recommendations on a good beach bourbon? Gandy wrote, I kind of need to know what you like in the first place, and that kind of tells me where to go, because what I think is a good beach bourbon is probably not what other people would think of, is because I'm kind of I'm a proofy bitch. So
that makes 2 of us.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a cast drink to the beach, but that may not be what everybody does. So
I would go more like an Irish single grain, something that's lighter, and you could also throw it in a cocktail.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably a wiser choice.
Because something like Teeling single grain or JJ Corey the Hansen, those you could throw in with some Sprite, some pineapple juice, be a good cocktail. It's light enough you could do it as a neat pour, even if it's hot out.
Yeah, see, if I'm going to the beach, I'm just going
when it's hot out.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to the beach, I'm just only going to fish and drink. So I'm not going to swim or sunbathe or any of that stuff.
Like actual beach.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care about beaches at all. I lived in Florida. I'm done with beaches. You guys can have them. The sticky, you get sticky when you swim in the salt water and there's sand all over you. It's awful. Go just swim in a pool like a human. The beach is for fish. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the beach. Back to a good beach bourbon, though. Let me look around here. An actual recommendation. I think Stacy's probably onto something there with, like, an Irish. That's, kind of got more of that beach vibe. I would say Rowan's Creek is not cast strength, and it's got kind of some like citrusy notes, which is kind of beachy, I guess. That's always a good bottle, right around $40-45. What do you guys think, John?
If I'm going outside, probably maybe at like an Elijah Craig 94 store pick.
There you go. Yeah.
Something that's good to drink.
Mace, what do you think, man?
Nah, I'll tell you. Are we talking about maybe starter bottles? Is that what we're talking about?
Good bottle for the beach.
Good bottle for the beach. Yeah. Hot Sun?
Yeah.
Redheaded?
That's
Irish
what I'm
skin?
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Hot Sun, redheaded, Irish skin. Leave it. Bring the water.
And lots of sun tanning lotion there.
But
Sunscreen.
I would say good for the beach. In my arsenal, I would probably bring along a Remus store pick. They're a little lighter. They're 100, 112, 115 proof store pick, and they've got that citrus note to it that keeps it refreshing.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, some of that McGup sourced stuff there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if it's really beach appropriate, but for real, that 1917 Corbin Cash, that thing is phenomenal. As all the folks were saying, it puts the pineapple on the ham. Bud Light, there you go.
Bud
Hey,
Light's
Slapshot. Cheers, man.
Hot Sun and whiskey doesn't go too good together.
Yeah.
This dude again. I know I'm everywhere, Ben. Sorry. Cheers, man. Good to see you. Shred getting the eggplants. William Hall. Okay, you guys are just chatting amongst yourselves, which means I can skip some chat and actually hopefully catch up. Greg is still here. I'll reach out. Okay, good. Yeah, Greg, let me know, man. Although I need to update my whiskey list, so I'm probably 40, 50 bottles behind. Someday I will. Hey, Trish, how are you? Good to see you. The woman responsible for this fantastic logo in the top right corner.
Same with this one.
That's right. Yeah. And
right?
Also Pigsley's logo. Several of us here on Whiskey Tube got
I need
logos.
to get Trish some swag.
Yeah, man. I just need to get some swag, and then I can. I have zero swag. Sure, Kitty. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I guess Bourbon Mill Boys are going to send you guys some stuff.
Sugar Kitty's always multitasking. Always.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how many streams are going right now, but I'm sure several. How are you now, chatters? I don't know what we're doing.
How are you now? Good, and you?
Good. Yeah, we're good.
It's a Letterkenny thing.
Okay. I gotcha. I suppose I need to watch that because I'm told that fair enough is said many times in that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that goes
I
good.
watched some
Spice your
Canadian.
record, anything you want to do next.
I watch some Canadian farming channels on YouTube, and that's the same way they come in. How are you now? Not so bad.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, Whiskey Food Dude, Paul is a great human, without a doubt.
That he is.
I actually have a bottle for him. Mace, that reminds me. So I have your bottle. It's in a box right there. I actually finally packed it up. But then I thought, since I'm going to be on tonight and I haven't shipped it yet, there's room in there for some samples. So what? Well, we'll maybe talk more afterwards. But is there anything on the top of your head that I have talked about recently that maybe you haven't got to try, and I'll throw them in there, man?
Yeah, I haven't had any of that Still Austin, and I would take a knee and bow for some of that. I'd like to try it before I start buying bottles. That'd be great.
Okay, I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
And look at this. How we doing,
There we
Steven?
go.
Cheers,
Hello,
man.
hello. How are you doing?
I didn't think we'd be seeing you for a while, but good to see you, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing me in a really crappy setting. I'm actually going to join the stream twice so I can actually view things because I can't see anything on my phone. So
okay.
there's going to be a blank version. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I'm messing everything up. There
no
we
problem,
go.
man.
There we go. I'm just backstage so I can actually view the interface and then I'm physically here.
Right,
Anyway.
yeah. Cool, man.
Cheers, guys. Nice to see y'all. How are you freaking doing?
Cheers.
Good, man.
It's good to see you, Stephen.
So how's the training going? You know, just give us the civilian version of what.
Super fun. I'm loving every bit of it. I've taken away a whole lot of nothing, and I feel like I've wasted the last 3 weeks of my life. So yeah, we're here. I'm drinking some Woodford Reserve malt because I mean I'm killing a bottle. I'm buying a bottle and I'm killing it, not taking it home with me. So I thought I would try a bottle I haven't seen in a while. And you can't find American single malts in this side of the country for some reason.
Where
Or
are you at
it's
right
difficult. I'm in Georgia right now.
now? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, the single malt's not as big in the South yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Yeah,
I wanted to buy an American single malt, couldn't find a single one, so I was like, well, I guess we'll give this whole Woodford another try. It's okay.
Yeah, it's as single malts go, it's not amazing. It's not Balcones.
Yeah, not even close.
Stephen, I think you would like Telnua. It's American single pot still, but it's got that single malt Stranahan's kind of vibe to it.
Okay, yeah. They're out of, oh no, jeez Louise. You see, this is why I need a tripod and a camera. They're out of Colorado, right?
Yeah. Denver.
Yeah, I'm sure I would love them then.
Sure, getting back to our beach conversation. Fish and drink. So in other words, you just drinking while you're pretending to do something. Exactly. Yeah, it's really just an excuse to sit and do nothing all day and pretend that you're doing something productive. Which is the perfect day, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, AZ say he goes boogie boarding and body surfing, so not a beach drinker. Fair enough, man. Like I said, I'm all about the nothing at the beach. Last time I laid out on the beach, everyone was trying to throw me back in. Oh Jesus, Peter. Okay.
Yeah. That's hard. That's hard on a guy, man. That's
Yeah. It's not great for your self-esteem.
That's tough on you.
Bottle for the beach. Sand gets in all those parts. Yeah. Sand sucks. The beach sucks.
Okay, listen. This is the positivity stream. We're having.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about hunting. Can we talk about hunting? I'll talk about that.
Okay,
Anyway.
let's take a shower and start over, shall we?
Yeah, put me in the woods or on a mountain, then we'll talk. I don't care about the beach at all.
There too.
What's that?
There are bugs on the mountain too.
Yeah,
But I'm usually in full camo, so it's pretty hard to get to me. Yeah, and
It's
also
the
it's also like 30 degrees, so that also really
Oh,
reduces
wow.
the bug population.
Yeah, I don't go outside then.
Yeah, actually, there was one day I did a full sit in my stand, and that wasn't the day it was negative, but it was like 4 degrees actual temperature.
Yeah.
And then with wind chill, it was like -2, I think, and there was still some snow on the ground. It was quite chilly. 0 bugs though, 0 bugs.
California has 0 bugs. I lived out there for about 9 years. I didn't have any sinus issues whatsoever. No bugs, no mosquitoes, no nothing. But I lived up in the high desert where it got to about 114 degrees every day about 3 o'clock. So it's pretty hot.
Gaddy Rhodes saying he'll be sunburned by Tuesday. Awesome, man. No, I hope you have a blast. It's not for me, but most humans like the beach, I'm told. So I'm just weird. So, you know.
Yeah, if you live on it, you might feel a little different about it if you live there every day, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I've been so many times. I mean, that was like a weekend tradition growing up. Like because my dad's a big fisherman, so we would go to Daytona Beach almost every weekend.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I've had enough.
I got you.
Can't bring bottles to the beach, so yeah, that's a fair point. Or other option is put your whiskey in an apple juice bottle. Nobody knows. That's right. Some dark apple juice. What can you do?
Yeah, I've never
Fancy,
done that.
look at all these great people join the stream. I'm so excited now.
How y'all doing?
How we doing, ladies?
Hey, are mics working? Is it working?
You
Yeah,
are. You
sounds
sound great. Yeah.
Yeah, sound great. I'm the one that's probably a little weak, but
No, you're
you sound great.
Actually, let me bump up your mic a little bit there, Mark. There we go. That'll probably help some.
Maybe that'll help.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So, ladies, what do we got? I'm sure you got something interesting.
Well, I'm doing. Where's your?
I
glass?
haven't. I just got home like 15 minutes
Where's your
ago.
glass? Did you lose it?
I lost my glass.
Well, that's a
I don't
problem.
know. I know.
Oh, you can just start chugging, I guess.
I found a glass.
Perfect.
Well, you
What
couldn't have come. You couldn't have come to a better channel on Friday night.
Let's find out what we're drinking, shall we?
Yeah, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Tell us what Kara is drinking.
fuck if I know, but it's good.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I have no clue.
It's a Lucky 7 Holiday Toast.
Okay.
Oh, I love that bottle.
It's very good.
It was good, but
Yes, it's good. Yes,
Yeah.
it's good. Time and a place for everything.
Hell
But
yeah.
I love that bottle. Listen, I love Lucky 7. Period. About everything they do.
I haven't had any Lucky 7 yet.
They do some good
Oh.
stuff.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do,
same here.
and they do good stuff. They really do. But
I
I
have
keep
one
that bottle
sample.
on my shelf. It's on my shelf as a staple. I mean, I don't go to it all the time, but man, when I have an anchoring for it, it's there. Boy, it just satisfies.
For
It's
sure.
really good.
Mhm.
do you want to get lucky, Stacey?
Well, I'm gonna have a little bit more of this right here because some fantastic people sent me this bottle right here. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
there you go.
have a little bit. Yeah,
There you go.
and this is a great Russell's. So
Um,
thank you, ladies.
Glad you
Enjoying
like
it quite a bit.
I'm glad because it was just a Camp Nelson, and I was like, I think these are pretty good. Let's just
Let's try.
Yeah.
text people, and if it's not, well, they said yes. Screw them.
Yeah, it's their fault.
When
Hey,
are you
Sean.
guys having your terrible whiskey stream again?
Mm.
Stacey, we were friends about a couple seconds ago.
Well, so the thing is, I've
And
tried
I
to.
actually have an entry.
I was gonna send you some lucky stuff. Now I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
about
I was
it
going
now.
to send you some of this horrible stuff, so maybe that's not a good comment.
Well, so I'm always down. So here's the thing. Thanks to this great community, I've basically just been buying stuff that people have sent me samples of that I know that I like. So I haven't really bought any bad bottles recently.
Same.
Well, I
Um,
didn't buy it.
Mhm.
It was the distiller gave it to me.
Oh.
And bless her heart, I love everything they do, but this just tastes like burning garbage.
Oh dear. Oh, I think I know.
That's
what it
good.
Yeah, like on the
That's the
farm,
grain
throw
for it
the
there.
garbage in the like big steel drum, that
is.
kind of burning garbage.
no. Oh no.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh. And you
I
paid
will. I
for
will
it?
say. Now, I was warned, so this is my fault. I bought this, and I don't love it. The brimstone.
Told
It is-
you.
It's very.
I
specific.
told you.
You did. You're right, Stephen. Several people. did.
1,000
Several
times.
people- several
Burning
people warned me.
trash.
It's not great. I like Falcones in general, but it's a little harsh. It's a little
That's why
harsh.
too,
Yeah,
I have such a
You
hard
know
time
my
with
thoughts on
distillery.
balcones,
Yeah.
and it's horrible.
Sean's got some kinks. Now we know. So
I do. I mean, I have a lot of them. I probably shouldn't share on here, but
Sean, I'm waiting for the 6-month mark when you reopen that Oak and Eden, that stave thing.
Oh yeah.
'Cause remember we said you were gonna
Uh-huh.
try it again after 6 months.
Did you?
That
So-
can't be good.
Did you
I-
drink it?
I basically have set the bottle aside. It's got about that. I'm talking about the bottle with the stave in it.
Yeah.
It's got about that much left in it, about 2 to 3 inches. I'm going to see how bad it's going to get. Like I'm curious for science, you know.
For science.
And then I have the sample of what I poured off, like when I first opened it. So I'm curious how different they're going to be. I imagine that stave is
Isn't
just
bad.
going to wreck that bourbon even further. Yeah.
Staves have the tendency to do that.
Well, I'm almost certain, Mark, that it's actually OSB. Like, no joke.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like pressboard. Like, I mean, it does not look like wood grain. I don't know
Is
what's
it actually
going
in
on.
are you seeing it in the bottle? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, like
It's in the bottle.
I pulled the stave out. So on the stream that I opened this bottle, I pulled the stave out and I let it dry off, and it looks like pressboard. It like the grain is way too like it's
Tight.
not. I've never seen wood look like this.
Yeah, you know, they're not one of my favorites, but I got to be honest with you. There are some distilleries out there that can do it and do it right. And I tell you, somebody else is pretty good at it with their own whiskey, and that's Top Dog. He sent me a bunch of samples of his stuff. Have you guys tried that? It's from Top Dog?
He's
No,
probably
but I
using real
believe-
wood.
I
That's
believe Top
what it
Dog
is.
knows, yeah.
Pretty damn good. That's pretty good. So, but there are some distilleries that can get away with that and use it. But I'll tell you, it a lot of times it just feels like it's too rapid and it's kind of, I don't know, plastic or not right. I don't know. There's
I'm
something.
thinking, think about one of these that's sitting on a shelf in some liquor store for like 2 years before somebody buys it.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I mean,
not-
legitimately, the bottle I bought, I know for a fact sat there a year because I know how many were there when the store opened, and I know how many were there when I bought one, which was the same amount. So 0 bottles moved. I was the first one to buy one, and I just did it because I was like, that's a toasted bourbon. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah.
You found out. You found
Yeah,
out.
that was a bad thought to have, apparently. And that's after a year. Like as Stacy pointed out, some of these are sitting a lot longer than that. So yeah, I just can't. Why? Why are we doing this? Do not leave staves in bottles. It's a stupid idea.
Yeah.
I have a question about the pressed board specifically. What are they doing that they're just compressing it, but wouldn't it deteriorate over time? So how are they keeping it into a spiral?
I don't know, but I mean, like I can
Formaldehyde.
send it to you.
Because I'm concerned that it's glue. You know what I mean?
Chemicals.
Because
Yeah,
most pressed board, it's glue.
Right? Exactly. It is, and it so.
I don't think you can
Sean
put
said that to me one time. He said that to me one time. Mark, I got this bottle. I'll send it to you. You're welcome.
I mean, I don't know either. It's just like the grain looks way too even to be wood. Like it looks manufactured. Like I've never seen wood that looks this way. Also, like the texture of the wood is
Like
Have you
what?
tried to cut it in half or cut a piece off of it?
no. Maybe we'll do that when we do
When we
the
open
whole
it. Yeah,
whole Oak and Eden
Because I
stream.
think
Maybe
that'll
we'll-
give it away when you cut a piece off.
yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Either way, it's a very bad idea. Whatever they're doing, it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I completely agree.
As I remember, Sean,
Marty.
that was the Sazerac rye. Do you remember that?
Rosemary.
Yeah, that I couldn't
Yeah.
give away.
Yeah. I want you to know that I received it, and I'm damn grateful, brother. I am grateful. It's very kind of you. It's very kind of you. Let's not leave that out, but it's still unopened on my part.
I have sent Mark. I have sent Mark some better bottles since then, just for the record.
I can't give it away either.
I'm sorry. Like that rye it's not a good rye. It's not even
No,
for
it's
on a
not.
budget. It's not
I
good.
can't remember. They call that bottle something little. What is it? Little something? What do they call that particular bottle?
Baby
It's got-
Saz.
Baby
Yeah.
Saz.
Baby Saz. That's it.
Maybe like baby poop Saz. But anyway.
Yeah, I haven't opened it. I've had it before, so, but I'll give it to a friend who's worthy.
There you go.
I don't want to be on that list. Mark.
You're saying I was gonna you're saying how bad it is, but you're gonna give it to a friend.
A
Yeah,
friend.
just
Well,
have
I
to
mean,
tell
because
just have to tell
some
somebody
people
about
really
it.
like
Hand it to them. They're all excited and they can figure it out later. But I want to be just like Sean. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for giving me that bottle.
Please, somebody take this crap.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, some people really like it. I know several people in the community really like Baby Sass. I don't at all. It's to me, it's got some really odd notes that I don't care for at all. But hey, to each their own. I also like some stuff that people don't like. So,
Really? I never knew this.
yeah, I mean, there's a whole list, really,
What?
but not Brimstone. I
Yeah.
don't like Brimstone.
I think we all got that.
Yeah. Another great channel here, folks. Whiskey knows Marty, the sexiest man alive.
Marty.
If you're not sub to Marty, then go show him some love. Hopefully Marty's still here. I know I'm way behind, 20-ish minutes behind. I'm doing great.
Well, I'm a big fan, that's for sure. I'm a big fan of Whiskey Knows. Big fan.
And Marty, I haven't forgotten, man. We need to get together. I just need some time, and we're gonna review this new Metallica album. It'll be fun. It's gonna be fun to do. I know that. Not listening to it will be mediocre, but great shot. Cheers, brother. Good to see you.
Cheers, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, exactly. That another reason to not like the beach, by the way. Like as soon as it's like 5, 6 o'clock, just nothing but mosquitoes and sand gnats. It's awful.
What beach are you
I live
going
near
to?
the river. It's the same.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, see, you guys are out in
that's how it
California.
is in the
It's different.
South.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't got that.
California, it's so much better. So
No.
much better.
No,
Florida
there's shit
just
in the
sucks.
water, but you don't have all the mosquitoes and bugs to deal with.
Don't go in the
so, what do you want?
So last week, I got to tell you this. Last week, I was clearly out of the loop. I didn't attend a single stream last week. I did not have a cocktail for the entire week.
Well, that
I was
fun.
traveling. I was traveling the territory all through Illinois and up through Missouri and then returned for about almost 4 days. So I was riding with the with the corporate elites. So as they were going through my territory, and all they drank was in their stiff suits, white shirts, and cufflinks. They drank sparkling water, and I spent most of the time in the bathroom trying to just get over it for every 5 minutes. So Thursday night, last night I was there. I was feeling really down, and I went back and watched Sean's last week's stream. It was all about goats. I laughed my ass off watching that stream. I'm in my room laughing my ass off. It was fun.
Hey.
It made my day, man.
And Mark, thank you for being a good sport, man. I hope
Oh
we didn't
my
give you
God.
too hard a time. No, we had a blast on Friday.
It was so much fun. It was a lot of fun.
I had nearly forgotten about that. I'm so glad you brought it up, Mark. I have questions.
Yeah. Let's
So does
shall
everybody
we get
else.
back into it?
But none of them have been very kind or proper for the stream. That's what I thought.
Pretty
Oh
much.
my! And AZ makes a good point. Fancies, you have added. There are more shelves behind you for sure.
Okay,
I was just gonna say
we've
that.
always had it. We just moved.
We moved it. We
moved
cloned it.
Oh, okay,
We won't say how many more we have.
gotcha.
So, Sean,
So,
that made my
so.
week. I'm glad these are recorded. It put a smile on my face, and it was funny. It was good.
Yeah,
Oh,
man, we had a
that's
blast
good.
last Friday.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you're right, AZ. I probably should have been warned by the title, and all the warnings by other people. But there's only one way to learn a lesson.
I was
and-
about to say that. Some people need to learn for themselves.
That's right.
And Sean is one of those people.
I am. Like my history in life just kind of points to that fact that I only learn one way, and that's by screwing things up a lot. Greg, there are some bad Texas whiskeys. I will agree with that, but there's a lot of great ones.
There's some
as well.
good ones.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, and I missed it. Great shot, joint. I didn't see him.
Hey, there he is.
Cheers, Mark.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
I'm
Good.
doing great,
Alright.
man.
Couldn't
Hanging
be
out
better.
with some fantastic people drinking whiskey. It doesn't get much better than this.
Glad
There
to
you
be
go.
here. Couldn't be better.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
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 Cheers, brother.
That still Austin is good.
Oh, is that what we're on now? Well, then I will have to join you.
We're
I'm
behind.
drinking a little bit of the rye. Oh,
Oh.
Stacy,
Yeah.
I got a bottle here. I'm wondering if you have tried this one yet.
Oh, the Kennedy Castleton. Yes.
Yeah,
I kind of like it.
it's quite decent.
I only
It's
tried
a
a
good
sample
bottle.
of it.
Oh, I got a bottle of that. Jody gave it to me.
Yeah, I liked it.
And then just for John Kranz,
Ooh.
this one.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah,
Mark,
look
we're-
what
Almost
y'all have done
all.
to me. Look what you've done to me
There
with
you
this
go,
peated
Mark.
crap.
Friday
So-
night, get on a
Bastards.
roll, brother. Get on a
So,
roll.
Mark,
Yeah.
I'm going to have a pour of that with you. And also, the Fancy sent me a fantastic scotch. Well, once you go
Oh.
peated, you can't really go back. So
You cannot.
once we get a little
Apparently.
farther in the night, we'll get into some peated stuff here.
Sounds
Ladies,
good.
Okay.
I'm loving that bottle, though. Thank you so much.
Oh, yes. You're welcome.
What bottle do you
Yeah.
get now?
Let me grab it.
Luckily, on the balcones, I have a couple of backups for that now, because I went to the liquor store there, and they had when I found one for Shane, they had they had two. They had four at the time, so I got one for Shane, I got one for me, and that's the one that I got for me, obviously. And then because you have the first one I got, John.
Mhm.
And then so I went back like, I don't know, 2 weeks later, and they still had two bottles left from this is the 1920. Sorry, the 2020. Yeah, 11/6/20 was that batch.
Ooh.
They're coming out with a new one. It's just not ready yet. So I'm waiting for the new one to come out, but that was the last two bottles they had of that, and I snatched them up.
That is a magic bottle.
It's really good. It really is.
I don't think we've had that one before. Is the peat like? Can you describe
Here's
the peat
Chris.
on it?
Is it
It-
actually
Well-
peated, or is it finished in a peated cask?
Yeah.
No. It's straight up Isla peat. It's like
Yeah,
Isla
peated
barley
malt.
peated. Yep.
Oh. Talk to me.
I want to say Golden Promise.
Barbecue off it.
I believe they actually source the peat from Scotland.
From
so-
Isla, yes.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. A lot of places,
You'd have
just,
to.
pretty much
Yeah.
everybody gets their peat
Yeah.
from Scotland.
Yeah, I
And
believe they sourced
great.
it from Isla. It was Golden Promise, I believe,
Okay.
or something like that.
That's really cool. And they peat their own barley. Some of them, they call their whiskey peated, but it's just finished in a peated cask.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's really cool that they're peating their own
No.
barley.
Yeah, not about
yeah.
Calvinist. They sourced it straight from Scotland, and it's really good.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't like it at first because the whole reason I give Sean a sample just so he could try it, and then I'm like, I really don't like the bottle, and John's like, well, hey, send it to me. I'm like, okay, no problem, it's yours. So I sent the rest of the bottle to John, and I saved one sample, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll go back to it. Since I started trying some other peated stuff like Lagavulin 16 and some Ardbeg and some things like that, I'm like, well, I'm kind of growing. It's kind of growing on me like a fungus.
Yep.
You just got to find
Yeah.
that right peated
So-
whiskey that you like.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I go back to it and I try it. I'm like, dang, that's pretty good stuff right there.
Nice.
And
So-
speaking of, thanks to these lovely ladies right below me here, this bottle is awesome. Also, look at that! Look at that ABV right there. Heck yes,
Oh, there you go, 120.
yeah, man.
Are we
That's
drinking scotch now?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Are we drinking
That's
some
pretty
scotch?
good for a scotch.
Not
Yeah.
yet. No, I'm gonna wait because once you go peated, it's hard to. I mean,
Yeah.
you can.
You
It doesn't-
can't
Yeah.
you can't unring that bell. You cannot.
Yeah, because basically your glass is going to smell like peated whiskey the rest of the night. There's really no way to change that. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I got a couple of peated things I want to get to, so we certainly will. Yeah, we got over an hour still, so yeah. But ladies, thank you so much. I'm loving
You're
this. And one thing I'm finding, I actually, the Scotch snobs out there would probably turn their nose up at this. I think I like younger Scotches. They're punchier, and I like that.
Mm.
If it's peated, they for sure are.
Yes.
Yeah.
That peat will mellow with age.
Yeah,
And that's why
I don't like
I dipped
mellow.
the toe off into the Lagavulin 16
Mhm.
because I figured, okay, 16-year-old Scotch peated. It's not going to smack you in the face like a Ardbeg 10 or something like that, or Lagavulin 10. That's the one I first started with was Lagavulin 10, and I'm like, oh my god,
I started with
it was way
the
too much for me.
peated Irish, but Ardbeg is. I love Ardbeg. Freaking Oudal is my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got a bottle of Uppbeat, and man, that's different, Pete. Though that's like
It's like barbecue.
yeah, exactly. It's like burnt ends.
Yes.
Well,
I
part
call
of
it
that is
Eastern ham. It's like ham.
It's
with
so
sugar and
tasty.
clove and-
I'd probably drink that all day. I love
part of that batch is sherry barrels too. It's not just
All
bourbon.
right, man.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Sherry.
okay.
You get the sherry.
Yep.
Hey, cheers to Chris, Tats, and Lil, wherever you are out there as well. Cheers to you. And yeah, you walked in at the perfect time, it sounds like, Chris.
Mhm.
Cheers
Sounds
to
about
y'all
right.
over there
You
in
were talking
Australia.
about me, Dave.
Can't wait to see you guys in September. Going to be awesome.
Hey, Mark Mace.
Yes.
I need to send you one of these. This is
Yeah.
my cigar ashtray that's made out of
Smoke
what is
wagon?
this?
Smoke wagon.
Smoke wagon uncut unfiltered.
Did you make that, Mark?
I had a friend of mine. She has a kiln and she slumped this for me. So it works out really good. Like I can set the cigar like right there.
Oh, yeah, that's
genius.
fantastic.
That
That
is
is
cool,
so
man.
cool.
You know.
Yeah, I'll be honest
it
with
works
you.
out
Seriously,
great.
I'd love to have one of those. Seriously. Is it glass or is
Yeah.
it glass from a
Oh
real
yeah,
bottle?
it's the straight up bottle. She just slumped the whole bottle, and that's what it is.
fantastic. Yeah, I'd like to get hooked up on that. Let's talk
cool,
about
man.
that. I'll hit you up on Instagram.
No, I don't have Instagram, so give me your address here in the chat or your phone number or something like that. We'll hook up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Chris,
Put in the
welcome,
box
man.
now.
Cheers.
Hey, Tats.
We all?
Good. Very good. Good to see you, man.
Thank you, Stacey.
You're welcome. Oh, she told you?
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
so
Doug
excited.
H in the chat.
It took me a long time, but I was finally able to get you guys one. I'm excited.
Greg is putting fruit in mixed drinks. Also,
That sounds like hooch.
It makes it a nice sort of swap thing, Stacey.
see, I feel like that's it, Woods. I feel like that's exactly it. It's easier for them to press it into a spiral. Why do they just take a chunk of wood and put it in there, like an actual person would do? That's trying to make bourbon taste good.
Because that's not special enough.
I guess. Yeah, I
They
guess
gotta make it
OSB
look
press
fancy.
board spiral is just the best.
Sure is.
Oh, it'd be some nastiness. Ooh.
Like, I
Oh,
mean,
no
there's,
way.
I mean, ladies, you had it. You
Oh, yeah.
tried the fantastic product that
It
is
was
Canadian.
disgusting.
I remember that. Yeah.
I mean, granted, you guys had far and away
The worst.
the winners or losers, depending on how you look at it.
We like to compete in that category.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah, and you guys,
Well, it's
you
like
killed
bring it on.
You destroyed the competition. It wasn't even close. But mine did top. What would it finish? Fourth or fifth? It did okay. Granted, the competition was strong. There's strong competition. I still you had otherworldly bad whiskey. I still can't believe
the
it.
winner. The Polish was it Polish?
The Polish
Unfortunately,
rye,
Yeah, that's
far
what
and
I
away
And-
the worst thing I've ever had.
And
We
one
sent
of
that
our
to some-
dearest friends loved it, and we sent it to him because we were going to bottle drain it, but he
Makes
liked
sense.
it.
Oh, thank you, Moose.
I'm not going to shout him out. I'm not going to say it. Sean, you know who I'm talking about. We're not mentioning it because
I do
he's
know.
going to lose friends.
Also, that Chattanooga was truly awful as well.
We finally poured that down the drain.
The
Very
Chattanooga
hard.
114 I have it's not bad.
111's delicious, but
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not a
This was
standard
not-
release. Mark, also, you did something last week where you changed. I'm sorry, great shot. You did something last week where it changed it. Your mic is doing that really staticky thing again. Last week you changed something, and it made that stop. So you would know better than I did. I think
No idea.
you switched from your phone to another device or something.
Now I turned this off and went straight to the phone, and it seemed to help out for some reason.
Okay.
Then I went back to the headphones, and it was okay after that. But I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, there's a little bit of
sometimes
little
just the Bluetooth
buzziness.
sort of things
Okay.
unpairs the audio. There's the engineer side of me coming in.
There you go. Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, it's just that the mic on the headphones goes a little hot. And
yeah.
that's what makes it this poor.
Mm.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Much better, Mark. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Oh, so ladies, I don't know if do we ever get around to what you guys are drinking, or are we still sharing the same glass? Is that what's happening?
It's changed several times.
I'm letting her have a couple of sips of her glass. So
Okay, that's very
what's
kind of you, Chris.
Yeah.
She's very generous, as you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started with the Lucky 7 Holiday Toast. Then we had a teeny pour of a Russell's Single Barrel Pick. And now we jumped to a Still Austin cast drink because we're trying to catch up to you, Sean, but you keep on dodging us. We're trying.
I got you. Yeah. I too drink probably too fast, some would say. What do you got in the glass? Mark, you still in Still Austin?
Yeah,
great shot.
Still Austin Rye.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Actually, let's run around the horn here and see. Are we still? Is everybody still on the same stuff? John, you got something new poured or?
I'm still on Green Label, the Heaven Hill 90 proof.
That's a good.
I love
Yeah,
this
man.
bottle. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1910, always a good pour.
Oh heck yeah.
Steven, you still on your? Oh, I guess that's the only bottle you got, right? You're muted. You're muted.
You're still muted.
You're still muted. I don't know.
I know that sucks. That's
You
weird.
were doing the best Marcel Marceau impersonation I've ever seen.
I mean, I know what
There
you
you go,
said,
Chris.
Steven, just because your hand gestures were on point, but
Yeah. Maybe.
are we building up to the sound?
Are we excited?
Get the wheels turning. Come on, hamster. Uh-oh.
Hamsters.
We need the closed captions.
That's it. And Mace, what are you on now?
Just poured it.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
some
nice.
Nash Tucky there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Great. Actually, is that Nash Tucky? Where's that from? That
This is
The
a Mash and
Mash
Journey pick called this is not the Presto. This is the Rabbit Out of the Hat. Both
there
from
he is.
I have the
both from
Houdini. I haven't
NBC.
had that one.
Very nice.
You're so low.
You're very low.
Like almost
Here,
inaudible.
let me see if I can turn your mic up.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Oh no, something. Okay,
I can maybe read your lips.
say words, Steven.
Do you have flashcards? Okay.
Hey, you're still really low. Okay,
Change
let me.
your audio source. Go to
Okay,
settings and
I'm
change
turning.
your
I
audio
turned you
source.
all the way up now. That's as much as I can turn you up.
Yell like a drill sergeant.
Yes.
Forget
You're
good
know
at
you're-
that.
All right.
You can do that.
So I'm not
Right
going
back.
to talk like this all goddamn night, so I probably won't stay on because my equipment's garbage here. That being said, I do want to cover Chattanooga 111. Is that a good buy or a bad buy? Because I purchased one and I'm bringing
Excellent.
it up.
Yes.
We don't see
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's a good buy.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's a
Okay.
great bottle.
that's a great bottle.
Especially
Yeah,
if you
for like-
if
For
you
like
like
$45 all day. It's
Yeah.
a buy. Yeah.
You're
Great
gonna
bottle.
like it. You're gonna like it
It's
because
good.
it's malty, right,
Yeah.
right up
Yeah.
your alley, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I when I saw it was like only like 45, I was like, yeah, I'm purchasing that. Hands down. I don't care.
Yeah, they're very good.
All right.
Yeah, it's really
In
good.
case, I'm gonna
Hey,
see y'all later.
Steven, great to see you, man. Cheers, brother.
All night.
Yeah.
See you, Steven. Take care, man.
When
Be
you're
well.
back home, Steven, when you're back home, man, hit me up and we'll do something together, man. So
Yeah. When I actually have a mic and a camera and all that. jazz.
right.
All right.
Cheers,
See
brother.
you
Good to
later.
see you.
Take care, Steven.
Great seeing
Hi,
you.
Steven.
Great seeing you, man. Cheers.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Friday at Fred's in the house, and so is Alex. Alex, I think you were actually here earlier, and I missed you, so that's my bad. But cheers to Alex. Cheers to Friday at Fred's. All the crew out there. I'm sure you guys are sharing some great whiskey as always. There's Doug H. Look at this. We got Jim in the house.
Jim.
Good
Hey,
stuff, Jim. How we doing, Jim?
Cheers.
Hey, Jim. Cheers.
Cheers.
What do we got in the glass there, Jim? 1792. Your green screen's
You're
kind of
headless. That's awesome.
It's
single barrel. Okay.
Like, what it is? It's probably because the color of the liquid's blending in with the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is.
Yeah.
But like you can see through it. It's
But it erases your
pretty
head.
fantastic.
This
It
is a
does.
single barrel.
whoa.
Your head became the bottle, which is pretty
Yes.
awesome.
Hey, Jim, you need to talk to the holodeck engineer.
Uh-huh.
Is that cheers? Is that what that
Hey,
is?
hey, listen, I tried to tell Jim last week. It was last week he was on the stream. He was doing something with his leg, and he was bouncing up and down in the stream a little bit. I said, so I tried to say to him, but everybody was talking. I tried to say to Jim, I said, Jim, put on the bus. Put the bus on because it'll look like you're in the bus. Put on the bus.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, that's weird.
But I don't think Jim heard me.
No, I definitely didn't.
And I'm on my morning cup of coffee.
Hey, Stacy.
Always
hey,
good.
Stacy, just as a note, you've been putting out some great content. I've been
thank
following
you.
you and thinking, yeah, man, you've been putting out some great stuff. Of course, you always do, especially with your expertise around Irish whiskey. But listen, if you're going to the beach in Florida, that's what you should take is Irish whiskey. That's the stuff to drink when you're on the beach.
Irish single grain would that's honestly the first thing I thought of, just because it's light enough and you can make cocktails out of it. But
oh, cool. I think you need a bottle in a bottle in another bottle because sand gets in everything.
That's true.
In all of your parts.
Yeah,
but not if you're on a pier fishing and not anywhere near the sand. Then you're fine.
That's my kind of beach.
You have to set the scene. Okay, that's important. Okay,
Yeah.
when you say beach, it's like all of it.
Yeah, screw the beach.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Andy whiskey. You know, I'm not opposed to it being filtered, but I don't want it being filtered while I'm drinking it.
Do you get
Mark? I appreciate that.
Does everybody get the opinion that regardless of your opinion, Sean doesn't give a shit if you're talking about the beach? Just shut up about it. That's what it sounds like.
Doesn't give a shit regardless.
Well, there's that. There's that also. Yeah. It's like the beach and pop music are the two things I just have a strong hatred for.
You also have a strong hatred for mayonnaise. So.
That also. Yeah. Fuck mayonnaise. Fuck
Is that what it
mayonnaise.
is?
Mayonnaise can go
the
straight to
beach,
hell.
and pop music? Okay, I'm going to avoid it. Yeah,
And
I don't
Sean
wanna talk
also
about
has
that.
a extreme thing against traffic, which makes him late for bottle shares.
Yeah. Well,
No one likes
it's really
traffic.
it's not so much the
Yeah, that
traffic,
would be
Chris. Not so much the traffic is anyway.
You know we're going to find somewhere for you to bunk in our place where we're staying in Lexington, Sean, so you can come up the night before.
You know, it's just that Chris, some people think that schedules are just like an opinion, it's just,
it's just your opinion, man.
Yeah. Maybe it starts at 11, maybe it starts at 12, maybe it starts at 3. Nobody
I
knows.
work that way too, but Lil doesn't. She has a minute by minute for us for over in Kentucky.
Yeah, well,
I appreciate that kind of strict standard where you stick to a schedule. I like
that's
that.
hilarious. Well, I can tell you this: Beach came
That's
up
how you
3
get
times,
shit
and he didn't give a
done.
shit about
That's
anybody.
right,
They
Sean.
Shut it right down. Screw the beach.
He's not kidding. She had us in that hotel lobby like Uber's on its way.
That's
Screw
right.
the beach.
Screw the beach.
That's right.
Screw the
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hell is just
excited to
pop
see you
music,
guys.
mayonnaise, and the beach.
That's hilarious.
Throw in a couple of goats, and that's a weekend that should not be mentioned.
Basically, hell is they like throw you
Yeah,
in
that's right.
mayonnaise, and then they take you to the beach and throw you in the water, and then they bring you back out and roll you around in sand and make you listen to pop music, and then you just blow your brains out.
No, you wait till you get home and you cut your own wrist in the driveway, right, Sean?
Hey, Stacey, did you ever get any of that one? That
Which one?
Causeway, the Vinales cast? Daniel's cast?
No, I have the Duro.
Oh boy.
So we'll put up a few for that for you as well.
Okay, I've got one for you already poured and in the closet, which is the Dunville's 21-year Palo Cortado, the cask 1197. That one won Irish Whiskey of the Year last year.
Well, that's the 2011.
Yeah, I never got that one. I have the cognac. I have the Duro.
Oh, yeah. You know, Greg, I got completely sidetracked and forgot I was supposed to be doing Star Wars stuff.
Oh shit! Hey. Oh.
Right. Remember that thing that I made the whole thumbnail of?
Oh yeah.
You got one of those in the
Are
cupboard.
you gonna kick us out because we've never seen a movie?
Wait, that's just you, honey.
Are you gonna kick half of us out?
Yeah.
No, I love you
I know
both.
R2D2. I love the Wookiees. I know the Wookiees.
All right, so I'll burn through the Star Wars stuff fast for those that have no interest at all.
Or we can mix it in. We can mingle. It's fine.
So I wanted to start with remember when Star Wars didn't suck?
Yeah.
You remember. So and this is actually a fairly recent clip. So this is not like the old trilogy, which I think is perfection, by the way. But that said, I think there is some stuff in the more recent Star Wars catalog that isn't complete crap. So yeah, we're just gonna enjoy a little bit of Star Wars here. We may get copyright strikes for this. I don't care. Yeah, you remember.
This is like Sing It for the first time, Sean.
It is.
I know, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Actually, can I make this bigger?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Well,
yeah, more than one.
Copyright strikes is an understatement. We're gonna get nuked from orbit for doing this.
I think it's just the short clip. I think we'll be okay. We'll see what happens. This is one of my favorite clips from Rogue One.
Oh, I've been on that ride.
Get on that ride. Oh, you're adorable, Chris. I mean, honestly, one of the few reasons that some people watch Rogue One, but I think the movie itself is actually pretty good.
Rogue One's probably the best one out of the post-George Lucas.
I would agree, Chris.
That guy just kisses
This scene, it's just so damn good.
I've never
Just
Wait, is
Darth
that the guy
Vader.
with only one hand? How is he doing with one hand? Oh, wait.
Because he only needs one, Chris, because he's freaking Darth Vader.
What?
Right.
okay. Shh, I'm trying to watch the movie.
This is everything you dream about in your dreams right here.
See, he's murdering people with his lightsaber while also murdering people with the Force.
Yep. In one hand, Force stroke in the other.
He's a multitasking psychopath.
Yeah. they're running like spanked children.
What's with the weird hats like they're cyclists?
Yeah, well, the hats are questionable. I will give you that credit. And so, for those of you that don't know, this scene is exactly where A New Hope picks up. For those of you that are not huge Star Wars.
That helmet looks like the long back hat you wear when you're fishing, so you don't get sunburned on the back of your hat.
Anyway, so we're gonna kill it there because there's really nothing much more that happens. I mean, it shows CG Princess Leia, which is not the best.
I've
honestly.
never seen that movie.
No, but it's the earliest version of deepfake that was used in movies.
Yeah. The CGI Princess Leia is kind of
She's
No, it's not
fantastic
great.
on the ride.
Bushmills, look at there.
Nice.
That's the Australian release thorough.
let me slow you here. Still, let me do my job.
Yeah, we
here,
didn't get that
actually.
one.
There you go.
Very nice.
You didn't get this?
It's a beautiful. That's
No, not the Duracast. That was the year before we started getting into
single malt.
Okay.
That looks
we
very
only
nice.
we only just really started getting into Irish about a year and a half ago, Stacey.
Look at the friggin' color on this thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, blow that up.
So
Let's see the
yeah,
bottle.
here, let me get that.
Don't blow it up. It's a good whiskey. Don't blow it up.
I know.
Yeah, man.
Oh, jeez.
That is it's tasty looking.
Man, what a color
That's a
that
good
is
color
for
for
Irish.
Irish
Whiskey. Wow.
Half strength.
So, Great Shot, are you still on the Balcones Speeded?
Nope.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have some anyway. So
I'm fixing to go to that. If that's what you happen, I'll go
That's where
to
I'm
it.
going now.
we're going to the peated part of the stream now.
How was
right,
that,
then.
Mark? How was that, Mark? Ask me a question that doesn't really matter, and I don't get a chance to answer it. Let's just go for it, Mark. That's what it sounds like.
Yes, sir. I'm on it. I can do that.
But we are now.
We're having it now.
I wasn't, but that killed that poor bottle. Oh no!
Mark's
Somebody-
going for it. Dead soldier. There it is.
Oh no, you
Dead
gotta go to the
soldier.
store and get another one.
Come on, give me another up. Come on, you can do
I
it.
love you.
Okay.
I love you,
Good,
Greg.
Blake,
And I
we're-
love you, Brian. I love all you.
Rest in peace, soldier.
Guys.
Yep. Cheers, y'all.
Tommy D,
Cheers.
cheers,
Oh.
man. Good to see you. I'm a little late.
One of my
but,
favorite guys ever.
Dang.
He's awesome. Hey, Tommy D. Nice
No.
to see you.
It's Tommy motherfucking D.
There you go.
Not Tommy D.
What? Come on now, Brian. Come on. You have to admit that Rogue One is a pretty good movie. I would say it's not up to snuff with the original trilogy. I'll give you that. But you can't say that all the Disney stuff is trash. I would say a large percentage of it is trash.
Well,
My husband.
There was
loves
nothing
it.
trash about Star Wars. There wasn't nothing trash about that. I mean, they had it going on for a while, like a lot of them do. But they run out of
well,
stuff for a while.
the first time I saw Star Wars, I saw it when the first Star Wars came out. I saw that original one at a drive-in movie theater.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same here.
You know,
Hey,
so
Paul.
that was pretty damn cool, and it was impressionable, I should say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were great. Many of the Star Wars
1977,
movies
back-
were really great.
back
Even
of
the stuff that
station
came later,
wagon
20 years later, some of it was pretty good, like Rogue
with
One.
6 other
That Rogue One
siblings.
is good.
So I agree, Peter White, Empire Strikes Back is probably my favorite
That's
Star Wars
awesome.
movie
Yeah.
and one of my favorite movies of all time. I freaking love it because Vader's just a freaking badass in that. And yeah, it's great. Vader's
Hey,
my
from
favorite.
Look, from time to time, I go back and watch White Heat. That's James Cagney from 1948.
There you
I go
go.
back and watch that because they're just great movies. I mean, that's actors with
Well,
not a lot of production, right? Not real production, but they were trying to make it work. So even that old stuff, I go back and watch.
Yeah, but
Terry,
Mark,
It's just
Mark-
like, I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm going to smell my whiskey multiple times.
I was going to drink, but I didn't want to spit it out because I was confused. You know what I mean?
I think
Also,
maybe I'm dating myself here, but who's ever seen White Heat?
What?
I've heard of it.
oh, I've seen it.
I have in
Yeah.
I've
years.
heard of it and I know what it's about, but I haven't
Well, that's
seen
the difference between 50 years.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hate to be the one to say it, but you know, hey, Mark Mace, geezer.
Geezer. I'm a geezer. I saw my
Hey,
first
far behind you.
I saw my first rock and roll concert when I was 15, and that was in 1975.
With you, Doug.
There you go.
Very, very nice. Well,
Who was that? Stevie?
Oh, brought down.
I love
Stevie
that.
Ray Vaughan in Trouble Double?
No, Credence.
Double
Creedence
trouble.
Clearwater. Oh, CCR. Shit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good band right there.
Yeah, it was.
So Woods makes a good Star Wars point here. Vader isn't a
Okay.
psychopath. I was actually selling him short. Actually, I love Vader, and I agree he's not a psychopath. I think Vader is very intentional.
Yeah.
And he certainly is the slave of his emotions, which I kind of can relate to because I've done a lot of not good things because of those motions.
Those emotions
Yeah.
are horrible.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. They're sometimes they're not too good. Sometimes they make you do dumb things.
Yes. It happens.
And Brian saying that Rogue One is the only tolerable Disney Star Wars film. Barely. Okay. Well,
I
right.
disagree with that one. Well, I don't know about Disney.
That's,
Yeah,
that's the disclaimers, the Disney part.
yeah. I would say Rogue One is okay. What else do I like from Disney?
My
This
husband
could take a
watches
while.
it.
What is
We
this
sound
one?
like
Mickey
little
Mouse.
Wonder
When it's on.
No, actually, I don't like Mickey Mouse.
I'm just throwing shit out there, you know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It does have Captain Kirk. I'm
Yeah.
not watching that anyway.
Sean's more.
Meanwhile, I'm
Toy
drinking
Story
this
boy.
Balcony's Pete and stuff here, you know. Hey,
For me,
get off
like Goofy was always my dude when I was growing up.
Jim, put on the bus. Put on
what the
bus.
hell? Damn, I got June bugs attacking me here. What the hell?
Oh,
So,
you're in Texas.
um,
Those things are like 20 pounds there.
So how about we do this? Let's get the panel involved. For those of you that are Star Wars fans, you can say something. If you're not a Star Wars fan, you can just say skip or whatever. Favorite Star Wars moment? John, we'll start with you and just kind of go around here. If you have one, if you don't, then just say, you know, skip or whatever.
I mean, I've only watched the first three, so yeah.
Those are the best three, so it's fine.
Yeah, Luke, I'm your father. That was I really enjoyed that one. That was good.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back.
I didn't say that.
Leia
Yeah.
and Han Solo. She says,
Yeah.
I love you.
Mhm.
He says,
Yeah.
I know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she already knew it. Yeah,
like a pimp.
That's the most minimum, because that's what Lil always says to me. That's all that you'd say to me.
There you go. Yeah.
Because I'm a
Yep.
scoundrel at heart.
Peter White. Yeah. But still, SRV
Mark-
was the bomb.
Great shot. Do you have a favorite Star Wars moment at all?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
That's okay. Kara seemed to be more of the Star Wars fan. Chris basically admitted that
I
she's
like
not.
the pod racers in the video game, but that was fun.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
That
count?
was
It's not a
a
movie,
very
but it was
popular,
based off
very
of it.
popular video game. So on on N64, it was great.
So I don't remember which movie it was, and I don't know if this is my favorite moment, but my dad used to watch one of the Star Wars on repeat, and I never remember what movie it was. But I know there's somebody here that will remember when they're all in the trash. The
compactor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the first one. That's on A New Hope. Yeah.
And they're about to no. It's the old one where they're in the trash
Yeah,
compactor
the
and they're about to be
original
crushed.
Star Wars movie, episode 4.
Yeah. Where they're about to be crushed in the trash compactor, and there's this weird big freaking snake-looking thing in there with them.
That is great. Seeing the eye pops up in the water.
Yes. What movie is that?
Yeah, so that's A New Hope. I know that's confusing, but it's actually episode 4. So A New Hope actually takes place after Rogue One.
It's not. It's not Return of the Jedi. It's not one of those.
No,
it's
it's
the
A New
first
Hope.
movie they made.
It's the first movie of the first trilogy.
Yeah.
So the problem with Star Wars movies is they're all out of order.
Sean, we're making notes. Okay.
Exactly.
So the
First
order
note
is
made.
yeah. So the order is the prequels, right? So all
Yeah.
those happen.
No,
And
I
then you have-
understand that, but
And then you have the Rogue One, and then you have A New Hope, which is
No,
episode 4.
I didn't watch A New Hope.
Yeah, you did. You just talked about a scene from A New Hope.
Mm.
So that's what episode 4 is. The official title for episode 4, which is the
So why
original
did
Star Wars movie,
Yeah.
is A New Hope.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it would. Okay, now I'm slowly understanding what you're trying to tell me, Sean. Thank you.
Yeah.
We thought that was like
Everybody
Lutheran
knew it
church.
as everybody
Star
knew
Wars.
it as Star Wars, but as soon as they started the title, the screen creep, it was episode 4, A New Hope.
Thank you. See, that's what I didn't know. As a child, it was just Star Wars. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
only
and
know
it
my husband's
still
a big Star Wars
basically is. Yeah, I mean, it's still just Star Wars.
Yeah.
But
I don't know why, but that scene probably
I
because
mean, admittedly,
the eye popped out.
the episode 4, A New Hope, was edited into the movie after they did the other 2 movies.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
it was never it wasn't in the original screen scroll. It was basically just Star Wars, and then it crap with the
yeah, because George had no idea whether it'd even be a success. Like because
Yeah, they figured out they could make money on it.
The original Star Wars that I saw back back way back in the day, and then from there, y'all have bastardized it since then.
Thank you.
You know, it's like,
kidding.
oh my god!
So the hat.
There's so much crap going on now. I'm completely lost. I really am.
So, Chris, you had questions about the hats, and they are questionable for sure.
No,
Chris
it's,
here.
I thought the same thing, but I didn't want to vocalize it.
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
wanna be
Sugar Kitty
that
was
person. And Sugar
maybe
Kitty,
comment of the night here. The white hats are either high-speed cyclists or comedy actors portraying sports. Could go either way. Honestly.
Hard to tell.
Now that's Spaceballs.
Hey, Viking Bourbon.
Hey, Paul, Viking Bourbon, good to see you, man. Space cyclists without bicycles. That's right. They're just ready to cycle at any time.
They can run faster. It's like aerodynamic.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta break the wind barrier when you're running down those hallways.
Is there wind in space?
Irish people drink whiskey. Some.
Luke was a you bitch.
How about that? That's awesome, man. Star Wars was the first movie that Greg ever saw. That is a great memory.
Yeah, no, I would say that's probably true. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. First
good
movie I ever
start.
saw at the drive-in. Or went to the movies for.
Yeah, man.
So I was 6 years old.
Oh, I actually.
Commandant Lou.
What the hell, Lou? Good stuff, man.
I was 6 years old and I was walking for a year and a half.
He stopped at a drive-through in northern Kansas. Awesome.
That's good.
Okay.
Good shit.
I hate
plane
sand.
flying
Indeed.
over their head
Yeah.
right now.
You can quote me on that.
Is
I
that
freaking
us?
hate it.
Do you see it? Hear a plane?
Was that us?
Is that
Yeah.
great shot?
That was me.
Maybe
Yeah,
us.
would be.
We live next to LAX.
Oh,
Well, I-
yeah, that might be good.
Except-
Oh, that was,
Yeah,
yeah.
that might be
Well,
good.
We're
That's
literally at the
not-
end of the runway, so
That's not us.
if they have international flights,
so-
big enough.
yeah. If you heard the airplane going over there, that probably was me because
Oh, it's you.
I can see the Austin Bergstrom Airport from where I'm at right now. So
So
There you
does
go.
that
probably
mean that,
was me.
so does that mean that the fancies are coming to see Lil and I when we land in LA before we fly to Vegas?
When
Oh,
are you
yeah.
Very possible.
Oh,
When
what?
you're landing.
Oh,
It's literally next door. We walk outside and we
I can
see the
see
end of the
the
runway.
I can see the airport from my house.
We land
Awesome.
about 6:30 in the morning, so it'll be about 7:30, 7:45 at least by the time we get through. Probably about 8:30 by the time we get through
Do you need a
immigration.
ride somewhere?
Are you? Yeah.
No, because we're walking right next door to LAX from Tom
You
Bradley.
don't. No, you don't walk anywhere here.
No, he's talking about the proper. He's going to still be at
Okay.
LAX.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, don't.
Yeah, I thought. Here, listen here. William Hall says, "Return of the Jedi." Yoda. Yeah, man, Yoda
Yeah.
turned out to be one of my my draws.
Do or do not. There is no
Mhm.
try.
Well, that's actually Empire.
So I would say my favorite scene. Well, actually, has everyone went yet? Mace, did you say your favorite scene, Star Wars?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was when Darth Vader told Skywalker he was his dad.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Chris,
Classic.
do you have a favorite
Basically-
Star Wars?
Basically, any of the Nick Gillard lightsaber scenes from the prequel trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Being
That's all
being
the
involved
quote.
in martial arts for
Yeah,
so
man.
long, he really amped up the actual fighting scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, like I know the prequels kind of get a lot of crap, but the fight scene in Revenge. Is it Revenge? Why am I blanking? Revenge of the Sith, where Anakin fights Obi-Wan, on the freaking lava. That fight scene is fantastic. One of the best choreographed fight scenes in all of Star Wars. The movie itself has high and low points, but yeah, that fight scene is fantastic. The end of that movie is questionable, though.
Otherwise, you got to go back into Empire with Han Solo basically turning around to Chewbacca saying, "Laugh it up, fuzzball."
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep.
So William Hall's
That's
favorite
some
moment,
bullshit right there. So you know.
William Hall's favorite moment is the Yoda "Do or do not. There is no try." Fantastic quote. And then Paul, these are not the droids you were looking for.
Yeah, so
when Obi-Wan freaking mind tricks the troopers, great stuff there. The Star Wars bar, yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's always
that was
great.
really cool because that's the first time we got to see all those different kinds of aliens. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
That was cool. Yeah,
That was cool.
I've been
Yeah.
to that.
Jim, I thought you would have put up. I thought you would have put up the screenshot of the
The Raking the Desert.
Michael Winslow doing
When they're
we
combing
lost
the
the beach,
desert.
we lost the jeeps, and we lost the creeks.
Well, I mean, so Chris, we're covering all the great moments first.
Well, no, I mean,
No, that's
that's the whole discussion about the ridiculous
That's what
helmets in
Jim's
Star
got.
Wars.
He's got
Like, has anybody
Spaceballs
seen
up on the
Spaceballs?
thing.
You want ridiculous helmets? Here you go.
I
There you
love
go.
that.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's such a great movie.
Jabba the Hutt.
Surrounded by assholes.
Yeah, Jabba the Hutt always interested me. I thought, you could be the biggest in
Firing
the
assholes.
yeah, Jabba the Hutt,
Also-
biggest. It's just really, really ugly, but he had all that power and everything. That was awesome. I like
Also,
Jabba the Hutt.
second time the Mel Brooks has been kind of mentioned tonight. How great is Mel Brooks? Like I have the whole Mel Brooks collection that I watch. I watch at least one of those movies at least once a month.
You watch Silent Movie?
Yeah, man. I have the whole collection.
he had a bunch of those.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
love where Don
Have you-
DeLuise stands in front of the Coke machine.
Have you watched History of the World Part 2 yet?
I have.
Yeah,
Of course.
I've seen that.
I have not got. We have not gotten around. That's this week's viewing that Lil and I are going to be doing.
Okay, awesome, man. Well,
So
maybe,
we're going to be watching the six episodes of History of the World Part 2.
nice.
Perfect.
I got to say, one of my favorite quotes come from Clint Eastwood and Josie Wales. When the two guys
Yeah.
came into the bar, and he said, "You Josie Wales?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "You're a wanted man." He said, "I reckon I'm right popular, aren't I?" He said, Josie Wales said, "Are you a bounty hunter?" He said, "Yes, I am." He said, "What was it?" He said, "He said, I got to make a living." He said, "Making a living ain't worth dying, boy." And then it was over. He got shot. That was good.
There you go.
Yeah, great lines there.
You know,
John
most
I
of my
watched the movie.
he's,
Thank you.
he's sitting beside the fire making his biscuits. He goes, "Do you want some biscuits? I make damn good biscuits."
So many great lines from movies. I learned more as a kid from movies than anything else. I watch movies all the time.
I saw Blazing Saddles where they're sitting around the campfire eating beans.
Oh God.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles.
That's what I was going to say, John. That all my favorite quotes from Mel Brooks movies come from from Blazing Saddles, and I can't quote any of them.
No.
I love
it. Yeah.
Blazing Saddles is a fantastic movie.
There is one quote that I really love. That, like, I mean, if you've seen the movie, then you know exactly what I'm talking. But someone needs to go back and get a shitload of dimes.
Yep. Yep. Excuse me while I whip this out.
The opening scene where he says, "Are we drunk?" I don't know. Are we drunk?
Oh man. Anyway,
there's so many one-liners from that movie. It's unbelievable. It really is.
Talk about movies that you could never make today.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but then you've got History of the World Part 1 with it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Where they're doing the chariot chase and they get
Yeah.
up after the big joint and he goes, "You men go north, you men go south. I'm going to stand here and walk around in a circle."
Yeah. That's the thing nowadays is, you know, so many people are so offended by every freaking thing.
Oh my God!
What'd you just say?
It's like, oh my God.
Yes. For History of the World Part 1,
I'm sorry.
they were launching the peasants, and they're trap shooting with peasants.
I think
But, you know,
Can you imagine?
I think instead of safe spaces, I think instead of safe spaces and babying everybody, when you just sit everybody down and have them all watch Blazing Saddles, like,
I agree.
So
I did
folks,
not offend everybody in the world.
so
Exactly.
folks, this is what
If you're
funny
offended,
is.
I'm sorry. You should get over it.
Yeah.
So folks, this is what funny is. Get used to it.
Yep. If you don't like that one, then watch Young Frankenstein.
That's
That too.
But now, final pour of this stream anyway, not of the night because there's more streams coming. But thanks to these ladies right here, thank you, fancies again. The Tory Vintage Isla Single Malt Scotch, Bunnahabhain Stay Ocean Heavily Peated. Hell yeah!
Yummy.
6 year, 121 proof, peated Scotch.
Okay.
I'm sipping this one.
Now. You guys were drinking scotch.
Come on, Stacy.
So
grab a
Jacob's favorite Star Wars moment is when they had a huge gap in the movie releases. Okay, fair enough.
Because he must not like Star Wars.
It seems that way.
The ride is fantastic, though.
Okay, yeah, right. Sure, Chris. This is the way, for sure, Tater Dumb. Jim, you're the last one before I share mine. You have a favorite Star Wars moment?
That was my thing.
You're wearing a
Blazing,
Yeah, I know where I'm at for sure.
Blazing Saddle made fun of everybody, like Hanging AZ says. It made fun of everybody, you know, but they didn't hold back. They made fun of everybody. It didn't make a difference. You know, I'm a black man, I'm a white man, I'm a Mexican, I'm whatever. they didn't give a shit. They made fun of everybody. You know,
We don't need no thinking badges.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, the great thing, honestly, about Blazing Saddles is it made fun of the racism that was still very present in the Americas. But
it still is.
And it made it into a joke, which was great. Like it made people talk about racism in a way that was funny, but also pointed out the flaws in humanity. Yes.
You remember everybody was inbred in the church service? Everybody was named Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, okay, now we're going to read from the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and Duck.
The difference is
one
the
joke
difference is
over
the
cut
past.
from Blazing Saddles because he was afraid to leave it in. It was during the scene with Bart and what the hell was her name? Lily von Stupp.
Yep.
And after the line where she goes, "No, I can't do that next, but I'm going to try." Is it true what they say about your people?
Yeah.
Bart's next line is going to be, "I hate to disillusion you, but you're sucking on my arm."
Based on I would say
Oh, it's true. It's true.
I would say that there in the 60s, it was not approachable at all, that particular subject matter.
Yeah.
Hollywood made it possible, and some of the policies that were passed by our country made it available to talk about it and approach it. And the movies gave us humor in which to share with each other. But now we've reached a point where it's no longer approachable, and now it's dangerous.
That doesn't seem
annoying.
useful, but
Do you know there's a blazing saddles cut out there which somebody did, which edited out all the horses?
Oh, bullshit.
What kind of a movie is that then?
Hey, my favorite part of Blazing Saddles is when
Mongo
that big
punched the air,
knocked out that damn horse. That was
I mean, come on, one of the best scenes when Mongo knocks the horse out. Like I was saying earlier, there's a video on YouTube that's a compilation of reactors reacting to that scene, and it's hilarious because it's almost universal. Did that just happen?
Yeah.
I just thought Mongo rides into town on the phone and it said yes or no on the back end.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
If I may, speaking of whipping things out, let's talk briefly about this fantastic, shall we? Because talk about a table slapper.
That's what she said, Sean.
What's better than
you would if she had this in her mouth?
Nothing better than
that was my nickname in high school.
Oh my goodness. That's terrible.
That's funny. It was mine too.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, damn it.
You guys weren't expecting that, yeah. Guys, thank you so much for this. I'm really enjoying this. I've never had a high proof scotch that was peated. So this is truly a treat, and I am enjoying it.
That's very rare.
What are you drinking, John?
This bottle is in kill mode, but
yeah, it is.
I've got a Craig Alecky 14.
Ooh, Alecky's good too.
Castor.
You got SMWS too.
Yeah.
Let me. I'm late.
62%.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Well then.
Oh, stepping it up.
This is my husband's gift from Canada when I had to go there for work.
Oh, lovely.
So he's not a member.
Go ahead, Stacey. I'm sorry.
No, I joined to get that bottle. It's freaking good.
I mean, it seems like a good reason. So.
Awesome.
I agree. We've talked a lot of Blazing Saddles. You Star Wars. We're gonna have a Blazing Saddles stream, clearly.
Yeah, for sure.
But Brian, before I share my favorite Star Wars moment, I know I could kind of tell that you're a little bit of a fan from when we were chatting on your stream.
Sure.
And folks, real quick before Brian shares his, if you have not subbed to Bourbon School, then what are you doing with your life? Come on, there are 500. Let's get that next 500. Let's get them monetized, folks.
Yeah.
Come on, you slackers. What the hell are you doing?
Get on the ball, folks. Let's get those subs rolling.
Jesus Christ, I feel terrible all of a sudden.
Good, Mark.
Oh, you're slacking, aren't you? That's what it is.
We're all
Mark.
judging you. We're all judging you. Right
Mark,
now.
I'll be over there. I promise I'm going right for this stream. I'm going to go over there and do that. I won't be able to sleep for a week if I don't.
you know, Mark. If not, we're gonna have to bring up the goat thing again.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well,
Damn it! Don't make us do it. Don't make us do it. We'll do it. You know it.
That shit don't offend me. I'm all good.
Anyway, Brian,
I'm fat and old ugly. I'm fat, old, and ugly. You can't beat anything other than that.
Brian. First off, cheers. Thank you for joining, man. Appreciate it very much. But favorite Star Wars moment, if you got one.
Oh boy.
Well,
I
have to say it was the first time I saw Star Wars.
Well, Mark, give Brian a chance here, and then we'll.
I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
I really do like when Han's about to get frozen in the carbonite, and that scene where he's just so defiant, knowing what's coming, and then Leia says, "I love you," and he says, "I know," and then that whole time he just keeps eye contact with her, and just it's a great moment. I don't know, that's one of my.
I thought so.
That was a win.
So Stacy agrees. I believe that was Stacy's favorite moment as well.
Right on. I think it's a great scene.
I actually liked after that when they actually froze him, how they did that, the face features and all them characters.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was awesome.
Yep.
I thought that was awesome first time I saw it.
I just think there's very few actors moments in the Star Wars movies because it's an action sci-fi movie, right? Yeah. And I think that was kind of an actor's moment for those guys. I think they really played that well. So that would be mine.
So because I am just a complete Star Wars nerd, my favorite moment is when Anakin finally redeems himself in Return of the Jedi, and he lifts up the Emperor and throws him down the freaking hole, and like he dies doing it. He's being like shocked to shit, like while he's doing it, and he finally throws him over the ledge, and then he's basically dead at that point, but he redeems himself. So it's a complete redemption arc, complete. That's a great
I've never
moment.
seen a movie. Now you just spoiled it for me.
Well, I have a feeling, Chris, that you were never going to see it.
How many are there? 6, 7?
There's a lot. They're all the same.
So now that I know what happens, thank you.
9?
I have like a day of my life.
Okay, honestly, Chris, I feel like it's mandatory viewing to watch the first 3. The rest of them, whatever.
Drunk or high?
I'm with
either
you,
way,
Sean.
either way is fine.
Either way is fine. Okay.
I mean, I'm more of a whiskey person, as you obviously know. So I say drunk is the way to watch them. But whatever does it for you. It's California, so maybe both. Maybe both is the way to go. I don't know. Pop you some brownies and have some whiskey. It seems like the right combo to me. Snacking and eating and drinking and watching movies. It seems like the way to go.
That's like
now that I know what happens, I'm fine.
That's like watching the TV series.
What was the name on that Casca Kergelicke?
What
did they name it? What did they name that Casca Kergelicke?
The early bird gets the worm.
Oh, okay. We were talking stuff. I've got a 10-year-old Tahinic, and it's actually called Spock's earwax.
Ew.
What?
Yeah, they called it Spock's earwax.
That's a great. That's a great.
That's the spicy. Isn't that the spicy color?
Yeah, it's really good though.
Yeah, this is the deep red.
Tried earwax?
Okay. No, but I mean they just called it that, but I thought it was fun.
Scotch Malt Whiskey Society calls them stupid shit.
Yeah, they just come up with names.
Yeah. There's one called sushi, and
it's like they want to sell that, right?
Is there salt in that?
Sean, you've got to watch the TV series Deadwood.
Oh,
okay,
so good.
The best.
But you've got to do a shot every time they use the word cocksucker.
Oh no! Don't do it.
You did that, Chris.
Don't even think about it. Don't do it.
I feel like I'm up to this challenge.
No,
you
can't handle it.
A lifetime of drinking has prepared me for this.
No.
To be fair.
Oh, you're hating it.
For most episodes, you just drunk by the end of the episode. But episode 11 of season 1, you are spastic in 5 minutes.
Okay,
sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The scene
Al
with-
Swearingen is
Oh.
one of
The
the
thing with
greatest
Swearingen
characters on TV.
It was
where
awesome.
the word cocksucker has dropped every second word. You are just
Yeah.
going for it.
It was phenomenal. It was a great fucking show.
All right,
Oh,
so Woods
amazing.
is clearly not a Star Wars fan. There's a few others on screen that appear to not be Star Wars fans at all.
Why are you calling me out like that?
I'm just
I like
maybe
Star Wars, but
I was just
Star
trying.
Wars second.
I
I
kind of said it.
value my time. That's why.
Well, you know what, Chris, and
You're
that's
busy.
fine. I feel
For
like
sure.
you will. I feel like you will appreciate what's coming next.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're getting to the worst of Star Wars, which is more recent moments.
Disney Star Wars.
That's exactly it. More specifically, this last season of The Mandalorian. Good Lord, what has happened? I don't need. Oh God, Jesus, Allah, whoever. Someone help The Mandalorian. Whatever God you pray to, start praying, because this moment right here is just abysmal. Let me actually share first before I'm watching it by myself. Okay, so let me prep you for this. Because I'm not playing the part before this. So there, actually, it's too much to explain. Just screw it. Just watch. Just watch.
Mando versus Sea Monster.
Yeah, exactly. So just enjoy. If you haven't seen this yet, then yeah, whatever. All right. So there's no audio here. Well, actually, there probably is. There is. Okay, here we go. All right.
Young ones to the game. Isn't this like Placid? That looks like
All right.
Placid.
So yeah, I'm gonna pause here in just a second.
What if Star Wars involved giant crocodiles?
Okay, all right, let's pause already. Holy shit, there's dumb shit happening all over the place.
Star Wars X Sharknado.
Okay, so first off, for those of you that don't know, Mandalorians are a highly skilled, highly trained race of basically bounty hunters. Basically, they get paid to go find and kill people. That's what these people do for a living. And for some reason, these assholes have decided the best way to take on this giant fucking crocodile is to jump on its damn back where there's freaking scales.
Didn't that happen in The Hobbit, though, with the dragon?
Oh, you're reading deep in the entertainment. Deep.
And the troll.
Fair point.
It just reminds me of that movie
Crocodiles do not have scales.
It's like Placid.
Well, what armor plating? I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, there's
Sean,
thick hide that's very hard to penetrate. That's
There's
what
a
she's
key thing you're missing
Sean,
there, Sean.
That is about
This is
the
the
right
way.
size for what we have in our billabongs in the Northern Territory.
Sean, just
That's
continue your
about
story.
the
Just continue.
size when we start measuring them.
I got you. So, but either way, the problem is, I feel like no one in your part of the woods, Chris, either would think they would be a good idea to hop on the back of one.
Have you ever seen Steve Irwin?
Not lately, Chris.
Yeah,
exactly. I have to remind you that guy's not alive anymore.
No, but that's because he took on a manta ray.
Well, it was
Maybe
physics
these
but
bounty hunters should go after manta rays.
He went swimming with a ray
right.
and got a barb through the chest, but he was jumping all over crocodiles.
But I mean, I have to remind everyone in panel on chat, these people have laser guns, and for some reason, they're jumping on its back. I don't know why you would decide to do that, since you have a freaking laser gun.
It doesn't
cut
matter.
things in half. Which cut things in half.
It doesn't matter as long as they say this is the way before they go and do stupid shit. They can do stupid shit.
Apparently, the way is dumbassness.
Yeah, dumbassery.
I thought in Louisiana you just put a bullet in the head and that's it.
Anyway,
Shouldn't
shall we
I,
continue in this? Let's watch more of this dumbass clip from Mandalorian season 3, shall we? So the main bomb on the heavily scaled or armored thing, which basically did nothing. He's still fine. He's fine, by the way. Okay, let's pause again, shall we? All right. Oh my God! Like the level of dumbassery that's happening in this shot, I can't even.
Why
Okay,
would
so
they put it on the
now
back?
they are harpooning a giant ass crocodile.
Of course they are.
Of
Why
course,
would they
they're
put it on the back?
it's very,
Clearly
very
the
entertaining.
bottom
Doesn't have to
I
make
mean-
sense. It's just entertaining.
Okay, also there's some guy in like directly in front of the
Into his
crocodile's
mouth.
mouth. It's
Yeah.
not aiming at him. I don't know where he's aiming.
Crocodile snap.
Look at this guy. He's
Not
aiming
aiming-
somewhere off. He's aiming off to
Yeah.
the left. I don't know what's over there, but not the crocodile.
Yeah,
They
the
have the
crocodile
green-
in the direction.
Like the crocodile is really hard to miss, and somehow this fucking idiot's missing.
Not to mention the CGI. is
Well,
they're not even trying anymore.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like, where is this guy aiming at? Like, what is he even
There's some
doing?
weird perspective going
There's,
on here.
there's weird ghost people on the bottom right too. Look where they
You know
come
what?
from.
You want to
Yeah,
hear something really funny?
well,
You want to hear something
in the
really
fog
funny?
there.
Jason,
Yeah.
this particular Mandalorian is one of Jason C's favorite episodes to watch.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Really?
He loves Mandalorian. He's even got a cut for Mandalorian. I've never watched it. I don't know. But Sean is beating the shit out.
Well, there's a reason. I mean,
The specific episodes, though.
well, let's just think about it, though. I mean, okay, so this beast, it's got to weigh 30 tons easily, probably more than that. And you're gonna harpoon it and do what exactly? You're a human that weighs at best 200, 225.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're gonna pull this 230-ton beast, like where? Where are you pulling him? What are you gonna do? I don't know what your plan is. Like,
Yeah.
what
Well, why
in the
would you be pointing the other direction?
like, why are you attaching ropes from your body to this thing? Like, what are you doing? I
Could he
don't.
be
that
firing the
dude-
lasers down his throat or something?
It sounds more. It
No.
sounds more like animal control than it does getting rid of the damn.
But I
That
mean,
dude on the left is
Star
shooting
Wars
down the
animal
beach
control.
somewhere.
Like,
He's not
how
even
could you
shooting at the
possibly
animal.
control this thing? Like, what is the plan? Like, what are you doing? Like, I
This is
just,
the way. This is
when
the way.
when I saw this scene, I just looked at my wife. I was like, "This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life."
Even Darth Vader, the almighty Sith Lord was like, nah, fuck this.
I mean, these people have laser guns and we're harpooning a giant ass crocodile for no damn reason. I don't even
If you're harpooning it in the soft spots, you might get something out of that, but if you're just randomly shooting at it.
That's like the side of its jaw. There's zero vital organs there.
Yeah, but you've got to.
I see the rope. I see the rope in the clip. I see it.
I just don't understand because it looks like a turtle from like the
Saying a
shoulder.
hell
Yeah,
of
it
a lot
does.
more
Sort of
interesting
does.
if Dr. Evil was in it, Sean, because
Okay.
he would have had that crocodile with the laser beams.
Okay, so let's go with turtle, which makes it worse, by the way, because turtles have shells that you can't penetrate hardly.
It's kind
Yeah,
of what it
right.
looks like, though, huh?
I mean, either way, like there's heavy scales, armor plating,
Actually,
or
does look
something.
more like
Part crocodile, part turtle.
Yeah, from the legs back, it looks like a turtle.
It's
It does
because
look like a turtle.
it says it's a monster. That's why.
Yeah.
Either way, this thing is not here to play. Like he's here to ruin lives. That's the only reason he exists.
So are you trying to sell me on watching this shit, or
Okay, so
not
Chris,
watch this shit?
these are the bad Star Wars. Don't even pay attention to this crap. This is awful.
Yeah, do not watch this shit for sure.
Okay.
The good ones are the first three. Those are the ones you want to watch. Not this. This is decades later when no one knows what they're doing,
When they had bad graphics, yeah. Got
and
it.
also really, really bad writing, like awful writing, just some of the worst on the planet.
And this is the newest Star Wars with the most dog shit CGI I've ever seen.
Yeah.
How is this
And,
gonna say?
and the worst writers, the
planned?
absolute worst writers that the world has ever seen.
Hey
Possibly.
guys,
Terrible.
I gotta bounce. I have to get to bed, but thank you so much, Sean. This was fun.
Hey, Stacy, thank you so much for hanging out. I
I'm
really
gonna be
always good to
watching
see
to
you.
see what the
Uh,
verdict is on this turtle gator thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you,
Thanks,
Sean,
Stace.
is just great. Hey, great to see you, Stacy.
All right,
Appreciate
it's good to see all
Thank
you
Always a
guys.
pleasure.
You have a
Good
good night.
seeing you,
Good
lady.
job,
Thanks.
Hey,
Here.
Cece. Well, just
Stacey-
send you an email.
Okay, well, Stacy, if you hear this, if you're going live Sunday, please let us know time and all that stuff so people can go watch your stuff as well. And also let us know latest reviews, those kind of things in the comments. Yeah, go sub to Stacy, go sub to all these great channels. Anyway, let's watch the rest of this completely dumbass scene, shall
Oh,
we?
we have to?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't wait,
Can
Sean.
we?
I can't wait.
Please.
We need to know how it ends.
Oh yeah, you do. Because believe me, there's so much more.
What are you trying? Running out of time before your next stream starts.
Well, don't worry, we'll finish this up. It's not that much longer. We got a minute left. Although, yeah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, who would have thought the harpoons didn't work out?
Oh, they were about to die.
God.
Oh yeah.
Wait, he had an
Okay,
axe?
I have to point out this
Yeah,
woman. Let's go back a little bit farther.
She's gonna.
Okay, for those that don't know, this woman has a hammer and tongs in her hand.
Oh, that's cool.
A hammer. It's a hammer.
Super effective.
So you're going to use a hammer against a giant scaled armored beast. Let's one more time see how this works out.
Happens, yeah.
Yeah, let's see what happens to the hammer lady. That wouldn't work.
Got launched.
Looks like she got
God, tearing this up.
So that's
I gotta say,
let's see how it works out.
I've never. I just can't imagine like what kind of writing situation you would be in where you thought that you'd. Hey, you know what would be fun if we took the armor forging lady who has a hammer and tongs for a weapon and have her take on the crocodile. That's fucking 100 feet long. Because that makes sense. I'm sorry. It's just like this used to be a genre that I really loved, as very clear by the thumbnail. I love Star Wars, and to see it just completely destroyed like this is really hard to watch. I mean, just why? Like, why? I mean, whatever the thing is that you love, I'm sure we all love a series of movies here. If you can imagine, just like there's awesome writing and you're really into the story, and then all of a sudden somebody just like it's like, hey, you know what would be funny? If we just made everything completely stupid all of a sudden.
You wait until I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan. You wait till that next one comes out. It's going
to be that bad.
Oh, it's going to be terrible.
Anyway, let's finish up this
Yes.
horrible clip, shall we?
Yes.
Star Wars, what have you done to us? the kid's getting involved now. Hey, look, someone's going to use a freaking laser gun. Finally. Yeah.
And then it's like member berry. You know that ship, right? You've seen that ship before.
You remember the ship. You remember it.
Yeah.
And look, there's Baby Yoda. Fantastic.
Oh, and there's Baby Yoda.
There's a Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda riding in the R2D2 seat.
And then we go back to Vader. Thank God we do. Yeah. That scene hurts my brain so much. Like, it just. I mean, when you think about the fact that these are supposed to be some of the most highly trained warriors in the galaxy, like these are feared people that hunt down people for a living. That's what they do. They hunt like the worst people in the galaxy for money.
So you're saying they're Chuck Norrises?
Exactly. And then somehow they do the most dumbass shit ever seen on film to a giant crocodile. Like, it's just like, what in the hell is happening right now?
I don't know.
Well, that whole scene is
why?
Well, the whole scene is like the writers are like, well, people like Mandalorians, so let's just put 200 of them in a scene.
Yes.
And then they'll fight this monster because reasons. Like,
and they're all going to be complete dumb shits.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's not like it was.
Where we're at.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to put up a nomination for another worst Star Wars thing. Oh.
Okay. Well, since basically everyone that's here is also Mash and Metal stream, you guys know what's happening. So we'll be a few minutes late. So yeah.
Is that 7:30?
Wait, there's no Taylor Swift here.
Taylor Swift here.
Damn you.
Taylor Swift is super metal, yes.
Anyway, Kara, what do you got? What do you got for me?
Just really it's just 2 seconds. I would like to nominate Luke Skywalker's wine as one of the worst
Oh, okay.
He has
in
wine.
Star Wars.
So not like a
Wine?
specific scene,
No.
just like in general.
No,
Yeah.
just in general. That's all I,
got you.
have. That's
Yeah.
all I
Oh,
have.
just Luke
Voice?
being a bitch? Is that what you mean?
All of the time, sir. All of the time.
Well, I mean,
Once
so-
again, yes.
Woods actually made a similar comment earlier that he was a Vader fan early on because
Because
of
of Luke
Luke
Skywalker's
being a
horrible.
complete bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And I identify with that. Yeah.
yeah. Luke is a unlikable character, especially in the first movie. In the
So-
second movie, better. And finally, in Return of the Jedi, he's kind of like finally becomes a man, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my whole childhood was I learned tonight it was called The New Hope, but that was on repeat. So that was constant whining. That's
Which
all
is
I
the
knew.
worst of Luke for sure.
So
Yeah.
your new hope was for it to stop repeating itself.
Yes.
Is this like a Seinfeld wine or what kind of wine?
How's it going?
Swifties unite is what Lou says.
Oh right. Well, I don't want to keep you for your mash and metal.
What?
Whoa.
I mean, honestly, that feels pretty on point for that breakdown of the last Mando scene. No, God bless you. If you're ex-Navy, I love you. That's funny as hell. I mean, like I grew up around Marines, so we kind of make fun of the Navy a lot, but it is what it is. Anyway, the string got very quiet after that, so my I feel like I need to apologize now.
I wanted to say I thought it was
going to
Air
be
Force
above,
you shit
I'm
on.
good.
I didn't know. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, thank you everybody on panel. We had a great stream tonight. Thank you everybody that
Yeah, we did.
joined.
A lot of fun.
Lots of great people joining in tonight. Thank you so much.
No goats were harmed during the stream.
Yeah,
Thanks
no
so much.
goats.
No
Zero goats were harmed. Maybe we should make that a hashtag. Thank you, Brian. Congrats again on 500, man. Good
Cheers,
stuff.
bud.
And again, folks, if you're not subscribed to all these great channels, Whiskey Fancies, Bourbon School, of course, we had Bad Axe on earlier, the Bourbon Note on earlier. I feel like I'm forgetting people.
Four-leaf.
Four-leaf whiskey, Viking bourbon on still. Thank you, Paul. And there is Four-leaf whiskey's link right there. But yeah, go sub to all these great channels. Thank you so much, guys. We're gonna hop over to Mash and Metal. But cheers, everybody.
When you say we, is
Don't
that
forget about pinch it below you there, Sean.
I have multiple personalities, Chris, so that's why it's we.
we know this multiple personalities thing, so I don't know if we should say that.
There's the dark and the light side, shall we? Anyway, and again, last thing, Fancies, thank you so much for this bottle.
Glad you love it.
I do love it, and I love you guys. Anyway, we are out. We will see you over on Mash and Metal. Cheers, everybody. Love you.
Cheers.